a link in the chat. Oh, it's in the Zoom chat. I'm looking at the other chats.
Yeah, in the Zoom chat.
I'm looking for our game.
Had a glass of wine before this.
That'll do it.
I will not be drinking wine this time. It was my downfall.
Am I supposed to do something?
Was that your downfall, Crystal?
It was actually my inability to realize that a full house was better than a flush. I thought I had a royal flush. I was just had the draw.
I'm calling bullshit there, Crystal. I think you know you're going live. You might be in the White House soon. You're thinking about
You couldn't even wait a minute.
I'm just being honest. You're thinking about your reputation. You're
I don't
up
know
against
what you're talking about. Don't we have a bet going still?
Well, yeah.
What's
so
you gotta tell us the story. You
we bet a Bitcoin. I bet you a Bitcoin that he wouldn't end up in the White House, and then you said, actually, no, let's change that bet.
Well, you gotta clarify in the White House in what role? Like as a guest, as a visitor,
as president.
As president. Okay.
I said I'd bet that he won't be the president.
What?
Come on. You name the bet. Like, how far do you think he can go? And by the way, I'm not doing this to be disrespectful. I just thought it was an easy Bitcoin on him not becoming president. I think up against Kanye West, Trump, and Biden, I don't fancy his chances.
I love how you start with Kanye.
To be fair, at the time, I did not know that I was going up against Kim.
What? Your views changed since Kanye came in.
Should do a Brock versus Kanye votes bet.
Well, supposedly Kanye hasn't even filed.
I don't think he's doing it.
And Paris Hilton's in the mix too.
Oh, is she?
Oh yeah.
Who would you vote for? Trick question.
Oh, you're talking to 3 Canadians, Crystal. So just
Well, then the hypothetical question is even more valid because
Tulsi Gabbard for me. I was rooting for Tulsi.
Yeah, I like
Me
Tulsi.
too. Me too.
I need to get my poker hat on.
So, how was everyone's week? How's week 5,000 of lockdown treating everybody?
You know, there's no lockdown here anymore in Nevada. That's why all the cases are going up.
Well, I saw Arizona right around your way is like going ballistic with cases right now.
Yeah.
What's the link to retweet here? Is it the Crypto After Dark one?
It's in the chat, yeah, in the Zoom chat. There's only one thing there outside of Bobby.
We should tweet this?
Yeah, tweet it out.
Okay.
This is a bad call. Oh.
Or was it? Or was it?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, interesting.
You know what? I'll tell you, Brad. The first couple of times we played, there was a few people, including myself. You almost forget that you're on the video, because we're so used to, being on. Playing online poker without video. You'll get the flush and you'll do the big fist pump. And, Brock actually did that. He did the big fist pump.
Did he really?
He did, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Straight. Oh boy.
I got it on the last card. What's that? The river?
Mm-hmm.
So Brad, that's known as a tell when you go, oh.
You're not meant to tell us the
Chris picked it up and he said, you're on audio and video, right?
Yeah. So that's a giveaway. That you've got a hand.
He didn't even have it though at that point.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
No, I did have it when the river happened. I went, oh.
Oh, the river.
Okay. I got the cue there.
Tells are encouraged is what Peter forgot to say. Tells are encouraged here.
Yeah, I'm with a bunch of professionals, I guess.
Far from it.
We still won the hand. So.
Trying to tweet here. Let me see.
Win the hand.
What's an interesting thing to say to get people to tune in?
I just retweet it. It's better to just retweet because then it shows the video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me do that.
And with the comment, it makes it a link.
Ah, good tip.
So let's talk some crypto. I like the news from today. I think that's an interesting conversation. I think a few people have some insight. The idea of Coinbase going public. What does everybody think about that?
Well, I was looking at someone posted some news recently too that the CFTC was looking at a framework by 2024 or something like that.
4 years from now.
And like combine that with the safe harbor, like it just seems like the gates are wide open for more crypto shenanigans and alt seasons and all this stuff to happen. So seems like bullish news for crypto prices.
Very bullish.
Which is why I'm using this thing, because I capitulated on all my altcoins and I'm trying not to get back into them.
You're sure it's not wishful thinking? Usually, crypto industry follows crypto prices. Now you're saying crypto prices should follow crypto industry?
Yeah, like almost as if fundamentals may matter at some point, but
Brad, I was sat in a Colombian airport and you phoned me and we had a conversation.
yeah, I know, man.
It was 4 a.m. I was about to fly to Venezuela and we had a conversation about altcoins.
I know. I still think about it though.
Yeah, well, I don't want to have that conversation again.
I posted earlier, I was like, why can't I just, I'm a big boy. I can completely like own up losing money gambling on altcoins. So why can't I just not think about it and expose myself to like the price appreciation through some kind of index or something? And then I can just focus on Bitcoin, and not have to worry. Because once you start trading altcoins and investing in altcoins, it's just like consumes you and distracts you. And most people aren't traders. And everybody that gets sucked into trading altcoins usually loses because they suspend all their logic and they start becoming a bag holder and they start thinking, oh, but it's got more transactions per second and all that stuff. And they start falling for all the Telegram community member numbers and all that stuff. Really don't want to fall down that hole again. But I feel like we're going to have a whole lot of that coming up again in the next year or two with Coinbase going public and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm. We will. It's going to happen.
What's going on here, Chris? Can't have the 7-9. Don't have the 7-9 there. God damn, dude.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice hand.
Oh, Chris, nice
Flop
hand.
the nut. That's always nice.
And he didn't even go, oh.
Damn. Could have got a lot more out of it.
No tell.
Might be closer than that.
Can you look at the last hand on this? Is there a way to do that?
Just hand history. Go to menu, and then you open the hand history window.
I see. Okay.
Did you guys both flop a straight on the flop?
No, he turned the bottom straight.
But Bobby, that's not pictures, right? Not like Poker Stars. That's just text.
Yeah, it's
What
all
is?
text based.
The previous hands. I was pleasantly surprised and happy to see Coinbase announcing, or at least the news outlets announcing that they're looking at doing it this year, next year. I think that can do wonders for the industry as a whole, especially in the eyes of institutional investors, and just seeing one of our leading companies, acting in a way that's responsible and forward and pushing obviously pushing Bitcoin and everything that comes with it. So I was,
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie might have insights. You're as an ex-employee and shareholder of Coinbase. What do you know? What can you tell us?
I don't know anything about them going IPO, but I mean, eventually, it's kind of about time, right? So I would expect sometime soon, but I don't know anything about the rumor, to be honest.
Hero call.
As a shareholder, do they give you any updates? Do they
Oh,
talk about
nice.
it or no?
No, not at all.
I would think
That means you're not big enough of a shareholder.
I guess so.
No tell
Fucking
there.
take that. Don't take that shit, Charlie.
I still have more than you.
There we go.
Who are you telling that to?
Everyone here.
There you go.
That's true. That's
Fair.
true.
That's fair.
In our
Anyone else here own Coinbase shares other than Charlie?
I don't.
Negative.
Nope.
Oh, so you're right, Charlie.
Brad, do you have any Coin Square shares?
No, I don't. Whoa.
Flop.
Talking about Coinbase going public and it comes up with a 666.
Oh boy.
That's not a good
Bad
sign.
omen. Bad omen.
Well, there was more talk of alt season, so I think that's more for alt season oriented.
Yeah. It's a sign.
Has anyone noticed the
Exit
Cardano-
all positions. Thorchain. Exit Thorchain.
the Cardano shields have been out in full force this
Oh,
week?
it's insane, dude.
Oh my god. Those and the Link ones. I just having to block so many of them.
I quite like I like the Link Marines. I think they're actually it's kind of fun. I don't hold
No,
Link,
but
but
you
I
can-
think it's fun to watch.
Is that what they're called? The Link Marines?
Yeah, they're better
The
than XRP
XRP
Army.
Army?
Yeah, Link Marines are nice.
Well, Chris, what are the polymath fans? Do they have a name? What do you call them? Polymaths?
Broke.
Definitely. What are they? I don't know. Ask Brad. Yeah.
Yeah. Ask me.
The broken warriors.
The broken-hearted.
That's brutal.
I said that without looking at the polymath chart. Let's have a look.
You're right.
It's been very good in 2020.
Yeah. Haven't been
Wow.
looking at charts. I'm trying to avoid it.
Oh wow, it is quite
do
good in
it.
2020.
Like,
Up
Would you
100 and-
attest that to, Chris?
130%.
Season.
well, most of the altcoins went down like 96%, so it's not that hard to go up 300 or 400% from that low. Whoa, someone's at. Oh, I thought the bet was 820, but that's
No, just 60.
This is a loose game so far.
Last week was a good game. Last couple of weeks have been really good.
But because of all the straddles. So
Yeah.
so Chris, how many straddles is there? Just one, right?
One straddle. Yeah.
One straddle, okay.
So, Crystal, tell us a
Oh,
bit about Brock
I
Pierce's
tried to
campaign so far.
click show cards, but I screwed up.
What'd you have?
What do you have, Brett?
Show.
Ace King.
Nice.
I have not been briefed by my PR representative, so
Can't comment.
I can nod and fist bump for you while you comment.
Ace King.
Was he on Fox recently? You
Yeah.
guys were talking about it. How did that go?
Great. I think he's doing amazingly well and having fun.
It was so great
Yeah.
seeing him totally shaved in a suit.
I know, but he kept the long hair though, right?
Like,
He had to
dude,
keep some parts, you know. He has the
Is he-
necklaces under the shirt.
Crystal, do you know any of his like policy positions on stuff?
I do, and I'm really excited for them to be released, which is coming soon.
The number
He's
one
gonna-
thing should be to legalize Bitcoin.
Well, he's going to disband the Fed first, make fiat illegal, and then make
Audit the
Bitcoin.
Fed. Yeah.
Right?
Actually, we're building out the new iteration, the V2 of Brock.ai, which used to be his conversational bot that we made to answer questions. And, you know, he would just put it up on screen at a conference so people could talk to him through this
Is he
AI.
that busy?
Yeah, well, now it's even better because he's taking policy submissions. So if you guys have things that you would like to bring to the table, it's inclusive. So, you know, what would the policies
Oh,
be
nice hand.
that you would put into the White House for
Damn.
crypto? Besides legalize Bitcoin.
that's a great question. What policies would we put for crypto?
Like unify the regulators. Right now, it's like the state by state model for money transmitter licenses. I would just like ask Congress for a law to unify regulation for exchanges.
It's a really good idea.
Didn't Ron Paul support a bill recently in the last year or two that was supposed to legalize competition with gold and cryptocurrencies as like to be treated as money rather than commodities or securities or whatever. I thought that was like a news thing that happened like a year and a half ago. And it just went nowhere.
Didn't hear that.
If only we had the sum of the world's knowledge at our fingertips.
Well, Ron Paul's no longer in office, so
Yeah, that's true. So it must have been a while back.
yeah,
Maybe he was just talking about it. I'm gonna Google it though.
I'm interviewing him.
I mean, wasn't he at the Litecoin Summit a few years ago?
Just last year.
Was last year, right?
Litecoin, really?
Yeah.
What about Rand Paul? Does he like crypto?
He's a libertarian, so he must.
Yeah, he
But he doesn't talk about Bitcoin at all. So
He was one of the first to accept Bitcoin for donations, I think.
Peter, can you get Rand on your show?
Yeah, sure.
Get both of the Pauls?
Yeah. In 2015, Rand Paul accepted Bitcoin.
One of them came to consensus too with the Chamber of Digital Commerce 2-3 years ago.
Leave it with me.
Peter, how do you get the guests that are like legitimately famous and like hard to get?
I'll tell them.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're going to be interviewing Ron Paul, man. That's sweet.
Yeah.
You got
just
like
a lot.
Brian
It's hustling.
Quintans, you got like the CFTC guy, right?
Yeah, just hustling, man. Just a lot of most of it's networking. Who knows who knows.
And
who.
when you have the first, like, you know, the biggest podcast, you can say, like, you can lead with that, and that gives you a lot of credibility for these people.
Yeah, that does help. That does
Isn't
help.
Pomp the biggest though?
Not in Bitcoin, and it depends. He probably does more on YouTube, but I assume my like podcast feed maybe does more. But he's moving out of like he's part crypto, part finance, part general.
Yeah.
Whereas mine's just still primarily Bitcoin. So I'd say mine's the biggest Bitcoin show, and but we're not in competition.
In the universe of shows ever.
Me and Pomp talk a lot, and he's such a fucking good dude. Like, he's the kind of guy where if he had an interview coming up and I wanted it, he would just give it to me and say, "No, you go and do it." Like,
oh yeah, that's cool.
He's that kind of dude. He helps me a lot. I help him a lot. So, but yeah, most of the time, if you say you got the biggest, and also just quote your cumulative downloads, like it's approaching 5 million downloads. It's just a big number. People hear that big number.
For what Bitcoin did?
Yeah, so you just throw a big number at them, then like, okay.
That's insane.
Yeah, I've been talking with Ron Paul's agent for like 6 months, trying to get him to come on my show, and then he just, you know, I have like 1,000 downloads on my show, so I'm like, not really, you know, it's not really an attractive target for someone like that to come on and talk.
I've lied before though, to get people on the show.
I was gonna say, Peter, can you bluff it and be like 50 million downloads?
Good tip.
I'm pretty sure if I said 1 million a month, no one can check it, or it would. The only problem is I put them up on my website. But
yeah,
like
sure.
in the early days, I've bluffed stuff, or like I've done it more for Defiance. So I use the cumulative downloads for both shows to get people on. But you gotta hustle a bit sometimes.
I saw Ron Paul at Satoshi Roundtable speaking. He does his rounds in crypto.
What year was that? Satoshi Roundtable.
It was not this past one because the COVID pandemic just was starting, and several of us decided not to fly. It was the year before that, so it would have been February 2019, I think. No, February 2018. Sorry, I just gave birth in March of 2019 to Sense Chat and my daughter within 4 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we did our product launch and the baby launch.
Like, that's crazy. I'm just thinking about my wife and never mind the last month, like the last 6 months. It's like, can't imagine launching a product.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure which one is harder.
Let's see what happens here. Big pot.
This is nothing. This is 160, small pot.
Brad, we've had $5,000,
That's
$6,000 pots before.
Have we?
Yeah.
I was in the 5,000 pot on that last
Man,
one.
that's crazy.
I don't think I've ever won. I would have won a big one, but Luke's, you know, his betting skills are just through the roof.
Nick played a role in that pot. And, I mean, Nick was the real
talking
winner
about
there. Yeah.
this hand
know.
again?
Chris can't let it go.
I'll never let it go. And you know what? I feel good about it because I've won multiple all-ins against
Oh, look at that.
Luke with Ace King since.
Well, good, man.
Do you think it's the most memorable hand we've had so far?
The quads on the last one were pretty good.
The quads are
I
good.
still-
The last game when Luke, was it 2 games ago when Luke had pocket tens and Charlie had
Oh,
10-4,
they both hit. Yeah,
and the
that was
flop came
brutal.
10-4-4.
I know.
It was
like-
actually a 3, but
That's
close
There was a
horrible.
3 there, and then it was 10
no.
on the
Yeah.
4 on the turn. Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
I still have never got over Luke's ace jack all in. That was
It's the right
It was a
play.
good hand. Like, it's an interesting one to look back on. It sticks in my mind.
Well, we got whatever Peter says, we have to listen to. He's the clear-cut champion thus far through 10 weeks. So, you know, it's like having a pro at our table, some would say. I don't know.
Having a grandmaster teacher.
Have any of you guys like played pro or anything in poker before?
I mean,
No.
I should.
I mean, we're
Definitely
playing the
not.
pro right now.
Yeah, this is our own pro. This is the crypto pro circuit. Okay.
There
I
have
think I owe
been
it to.
pros, right?
I think I owe it to Luke to invest his money in Going Pro.
I mean, do you have to make money if you're pro?
Yeah, it's not a requirement.
It's got to be us to sit at the
You
table.
just have to be a degenerate poker player, right?
I was talking to somebody recently who was like pretty big in the Bitcoin, and he was telling me that he quit for a little while and just played poker for a while. And then I found out through a couple of different Telegram groups that there's like whole swaths of pro poker players that got into crypto in 2017, and like some of them are still there, and they kind of like gave up poker to start trading.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys like 2-3 years ago that the numbers of the World Series of Poker went way up because it was just crypto rich guys that went to go play.
There's a huge crossover. It's like ridiculous. Even to your point, Brad, Mike McDonald has played with us, I think, twice or maybe 3 times.
Yep.
And he you know, that's his exact story, right? He got in early, just kind of through the network while being a
Did we lose Chris there, or is he just in
Yeah.
a thought bubble?
Yeah, I just trailed off in the middle.
It's like
Right.
Mad Gabs while
Froze,
being
you froze.
Right.
someone else.
While
What is
he's-
he? He's being a what? Someone go.
Got a good
Because he's in
hand.
the hand. Yeah, exactly.
Your
He's back.
connection
He's back.
lost for a few seconds there while you were huffing and puffing.
That was a big shishi you took there. Knocked you out.
I'm trying to chill out.
Chris, it's your turn, actually.
yeah.
and
Charles is
there was
Or is it my
actually. Oh, I don't know whose it is.
It is your turn.
Oh, what? Disconnected. Protection activated for dealer. Spada
What's that
boom.
mean?
It says Spada boom. You have 10 seconds. Disconnect protection activated for Spada boom.
I think my
Wow, you have auto protections. That's pretty cool.
I can see you guys on the Zoom. Can you guys hear me on the Zoom or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell us your hand? We'll play it for you.
I don't, so what's happening right now? I guess my screen's frozen.
It
You
just
need to-
says 20,
refresh or
25 seconds, and then it's probably
Yeah,
gonna
you have
disconnect
20
you.
seconds to act.
You're gonna
Why
fold.
don't you
in 20
reload your
seconds.
browser page? Reload
Yeah,
quickly. Just
You'll be
reload.
able to refresh.
Yeah, do that. Do a double spend on the
Refresh.
blind.
Oh wow, I think it says you have ace. You have 8 seconds.
Oh, ace. I do see it now.
Didn't this happen before?
It said, "Are you sure you
5,
want to fold those?"
4, 3,
2 seconds.
2, 1. Bada boom!
Oh, you checked.
checked.
Okay.
Bet
After all,
bet 10 bucks into him.
That
All
was
of that for
all
nothing.
that, he
All right, you got to
ending.
bet. Yeah, bet a little bit just to. Get
I'm
him
back in. I'm back in.
and you're still in the hand too, eh?
Out. Do you see your
He's
cards?
still in
Do you
the
see your
hand.
cards?
No
You
one
guys just
bets all
must
you.
have total shit. Total shit heads here, right? Oh, there it is. My pocket
Wow.
aces.
Did anyone see Roger's dog shit video today?
No, what
Tell
happened?
us. Tell us.
On Twitter?
Oh my god, video.
Fuck, it's so bad.
I got him blocked. I don't want to be triggered.
Oh,
It's
you're
definitely
laughing.
it's like the ultimate trigger video. I'd argue.
Oh, it's just so
It's
shit.
pretty dumb though.
Just text me.
I mean,
It's dumb and
It was
shit.
dumb, the
badly
video. It's like the
made.
guy walking around taking his glasses off, seeing like the illusions of the crypto market and the lies.
Oh, he made like a They Live parody?
I don't know what that is.
They Live? You don't know that movie?
Looks like he made it for like $50. I bet he bought it on Fiverr. I bet he bought it.
there
on
is a
Fiverr.
billboard that called him and Bitcoin.com a scam, fraud though, or scam or fraud, something like that.
Oh, I wish I could play this with volume. I'm watching it.
Oh, look at that.
Is this
You don't
it's a
need
video with a
to.
guy walking on the street?
Yeah, you don't need
It
volume.
sucks.
With
Yeah.
I
sunglasses.
don't even know if there's talking. I don't think there's talking in it.
You can drop it after like 30 seconds. It's the same shit for 2 minutes. It's just fucking bullshit.
Is it less cringy than that music video that guy from Coin Spice or whatever made a few years ago?
Remember that?
He put Tone Vase on a billboard.
I know.
That's actually pretty funny.
It is, but as if Tone Base is like Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, it's a weird pick for sure.
It's like the straw man video version.
Yeah, it is.
It
right?
totally is.
It's like Tone Base is a horrible trader, therefore Bitcoin sucks, and Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's just
That logic
funny
makes
you picked
perfect
that.
sense. Oh, is it my turn? Sorry, guys. I thought I was checked here.
Did anyone watch that open source money show about the Dragon Chain ICO? It came out the other day.
I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. It was on the Science Channel, right?
Yeah, on Discovery Science. I haven't seen
What
it
have you
myself.
got anything,
but-
Charlie? What are you doing, Charlie?
curious.
Have you got anything? You
I
just
saw
stealing
Jeremy
it?
promoting it because I guess I think that scene was from Anthony's boat in New York.
Ah!
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, fucking hell,
Look at
Charlie.
Rich.
If you bet on the flop, I would have folded my.
Yeah, I wasn't
ace-six.
betting. I was like, oh, that's just fucking ugly.
That a straddle, Chris?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
a straddle.
Rattle.
I'm always on straddle for the record.
Yeah, I'm checking straddle too.
somebody
So
bet
Chris-
a big amount there, or why does it say?
It's 100.
Someone
Oh,
raised.
I keep looking at the Bobby's Bobby's chip count as if that's the bet.
So it's 100 to you.
Interesting. He's got 4 calls behind.
I hope that documentary turned out better than the preview. I kind of went off on one of the Telegram or the WhatsApp group when the guy posted the preview of that thing.
I
Which
saw
one?
your messages.
I was like, this is
You were warranted though. The preview is not that good, but I think the show itself is going to evolve beyond Dragon Chain. The intention wasn't to just be about that one element or one ICO.
yeah, it's an interesting subject to talk about the regulations and all that stuff. Just to choose Dragon Chain as the one to like try to defend was just so not the right choice. I think like it kind of made me feel like it was making Brock and those guys look like charlatans, like that they were promoting Dragon Chain or something. And I was like, they were saying some interesting stuff. Him and Patrick Byrne, they were both saying some really interesting things. And then it would put the Dragon Chain guy in there, and talking about how Disney is part of the coin and all that stuff. It just like, oh, this is not making cryptocurrency industry look good. Uh-oh.
Look at this. Couple big hands.
Luke, you're gonna have to shove pretty soon, man.
I don't know why.
I was hoping I get a group of callers first.
That wet flop. Here we go.
Here we go. Takes it away from you, Luke. You just stole your thunder immediately.
I can't even say what I want to say, so I'm just gonna fold. I'll say it after.
Wow.
Is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 good?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Very
called
good.
a straight.
Quite
It's
good.
the second best hand.
Oh, it's not good enough. I fold.
Really hurt, didn't it, Luke? Really hurt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
He
it
wouldn't
hurt,
have done
man.
that move to anybody else. I'll tell you. I'll tell you that.
He just had nothing he could call with, and I was ahead of him.
That could have easily.
I mean,
been
I
a-
did.
That could have. He could have easily
What?
had an overpair there.
What, you had like ace 9?
I'm not calling your 180 with ace 9. I was in good, but I mean, that flop doesn't really help me. I had no spades. I don't know. I imagine you have jacks up to kings there.
Okay.
Peter talks the most shit on this show by far.
And that's hilarious, too, because I took all his fucking money last week, I feel like. I definitely had more money
You
at the end of
did?
the night. So last
No,
week
last
or the
night
week
you-
before?
Last
It
week
was
you
the
went
week
down.
before.
Scoreboard,
All right, the
Luke.
week before. It's a push and pull. The time will come.
Here we go.
There you go.
That's a fast call, Pete.
That is a
Snap
snap
call.
call over there.
Boom. Look at this.
Wow.
All three of them.
Ooh.
Whoa. Peter has a small flush.
I don't have a flush. That's why I might be beat.
Oh, no.
Oh, straight's good. Straight is good.
That is good there.
I'm glad I folded that last one.
I can see the snap call there. It's like I can't. Yeah,
Totally.
Chris, that's
Yeah.
dirty.
straight is good.
That 5 had to come, huh?
Wow.
Shame it was a club. Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah.
You would have been in a lot of trouble if that wasn't a club.
Absolutely.
So you guys, you got viewers on the stream or what?
Oh yeah. We usually get about 10,000 viewers for the full episode.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
How does
Hello,
that work?
viewers.
The numbers don't look like that. Oh no, my thing is frozen.
This is our friend Bradley.
Yeah, we have 60 live viewers. We usually have between like sometimes 100, 120. It
Is
kinda
anyone
goes up.
saying anything? Or you don't
Let's take a
watch
look.
it?
My browser's frozen, so I can't do. an
Here we
action
go.
right
We
now.
got royal flush action here.
You guys gonna have to give me a sec because my browser's stuck.
Oh, no.
Damn,
You
I
might
should
run
have
out of
bet
time
that.
bank here.
Isn't my action?
It is your
It
action.
is for action.
All right,
Thanks,
okay.
guys.
I
King
came
clubs.
back. I'm back.
All those coins I won, and now they're gone. Give them to
Nick, what's-
Peter.
What's the COVID status in Massachusetts?
I'm not in Massachusetts right now,
Oh.
but it's okay. They managed it.
I went through a few of the states today. Some of them look actually quite bad. So I looked at Texas and because I kept looking at the infections going up, but the deaths going down.
Yeah.
And then there's like that 2 to 3 week delay. Like Texas, the deaths shot up yesterday.
Yeah, the deaths came up. Yeah,
Yeah. And
It's
there's
in
been
the
a few
Southwest.
states. Yeah.
the West and the Southwest now.
But if you look, they're all like 3 weeks after the infections spiked.
Well,
Yeah,
that's come later, right? It's a lagging
Yeah.
indicator.
Takes a while
But
to
it,
die.
it just, yeah.
Do you guys mind if Nick pans his camera over and shows us his Lamborghini?
Me?
Yeah.
You think I keep a Lambo in my?
You're showing us
my-
all the knowledge.
my library.
Showing off your knowledge back there. You got to show the Lambo.
Oh yeah. I drive a Prius.
Peter, just total no respect for my raises. Just snapped everything.
Sorry, man.
This guy's
Got
on
a
a
hand
rampage
down.
tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you got then.
Boom.
That's a good bet.
Call it off. Let's see some battles right
Let's
here.
see some
589.
cards. Let's see some
I
cards
think I'm
here.
beat.
Let's see
I
some
think I'm beat.
Bitcoin in the middle.
He'll
Oh,
call his
A
ass.
parrot.
Pete, you only have to win this one in 4 times for it to be profitable here.
How do I extend my time?
1 in 3 times.
Chris,
One in
Math
3,
doesn't
right?
seem
1 in 3.
Computer.
Hey, 1 in 4, 1 in 3, same number, right? You know,
Giving him some really bad
He's
advice.
giving him
there.
some really good odds.
1 in 5 times. He never has an ace here.
No. I think he's got the ace.
You think?
Oh, you're
Peter
table
thinks
captain.
about
You got
pot
a
odds?
call to defend the table captain
Show us
position.
how it's done.
That's true. Don't let him boss him around.
Let's have a vote whether or not Peter should call.
if you have 2
On the
aces,
Oh, you're going to vote yes. You want the
Call.
action.
Think of it as
I
an
think you should
investment, Peter.
I'm going to call.
That's governance
But I
right
think
there.
I'm beat.
Yeah.
I think I'm beat. Ah, look at that.
Oh, what the
the
heck?
same hand.
Wow.
draw.
Flush, though.
What a
Not the
call.
flush.
Wow.
He was free rolling.
Yeah.
And you actually
Bada
got
boom
gypped
was free
$1.
rolling you though.
Great
You
call.
actually made
I
$1
thought I
on
was
you.
beat.
Good call.
I thought you had the better kicker.
Okay, guys, next time let's just not give him that
No.
confidence,
No, I mean,
okay? Let's just stay off that next time. Okay, I would have won
Chris,
$500 there.
Sorry,
Come on.
Chris.
Chris,
Sorry,
Chris, come on. When there's a pot like that, when has anyone at table said, I think you should fold? I don't want to see the action. Everyone wants to see the action every fucking hand.
Of
That's
course.
true.
Of course.
You know, in a casino, that's not allowed for us to comment.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
no rules here.
This is like 24/7, no rules. Macau and Vegas combined over here.
Yeah. We've even seen naked people flash across the screen.
We have.
Really? Which episode?
Yeah, it's,
Well, we
actually did. We had
And
it
which
with
timestamp
Jeremy Gardner.
specifically?
It was either episode 1 or 2.
it was Jeremy Gardner was playing and he was
Yeah.
at his crypto castle, and then
So
he
they-
told the
of
girls to
course.
come over and they were just flashing. It was pretty.
Of
Yeah.
course, Jeremy Gardner.
and when the girls are
Instagram
flashing,
girl.
all of us we ignored our hands, and then the clock went out.
Instagram models.
It was Instagram models, right?
was, yeah.
Jeremy's
He was
doing
talking about some,
he's
some
got
type
a
of
men's line of
army of models that promote his men's product.
yeah, he's got some kind of new product, some
It's,
brand
uh,
or something.
What is it, like a face
It's like a
cream business or something?
I think it's called like
he's combined all the 8 to 10 creams that a man has to use into like one.
8 to 10?
Yeah.
Peter?
Yeah, see, if you're not
No,
using
I
8 to
think
10,
it
you're
was
not a
20.
man right now.
I think
It
it was
saved me-
funny.
Psycho?
It saved me so long on my morning routine. I used to spend all morning like fucking this. And now I have one cream.
I might have to.
You know you've made it in crypto when you start a lifestyle brand.
Every guy,
Him-
if they have
him-
any
him
more
and
stories,
he-
they have one.
I think it
Shout
was
out to
him.
the guys
Ian
that use
Bellina did
zero
one too, didn't he?
creams.
Fucking Ian
What did he do?
I think Ian Bellina did some sort of cream line or something.
No, he's making a rap album, I think, about crypto.
I think it was slime.
Ian
Fine.
Bellina's video of him losing all his coins during the live stream was the best.
That was the best thing going.
I
I don't know, man. I still think that was a fucking setup.
It's
No,
hard to set up to make yourself look that dumb.
I know. Totally destroyed him.
What, Charlie? What happened with Ian? He did what?
He got hacked and he found out during the middle of his live streaming.
Really?
Yeah, he had his private keys in Evernote. That's
As
what
one
happened.
does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of a live stream.
Totally normal
that-
behavior.
Well,
Was
it's
it
only
like
normal.
five? Was it
He
like
saw
5 million?
his crypto being drained while on stream. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It was just
But was it like 5 million or something?
Yeah,
two. I think
It was a good
2
sum.
million.
Yeah, I think it was two.
There's a couple
good
points.
song.
Yeah, I think it was $2 to $3 million. Pretty wild.
But your mate, didn't he, Luke?
What's that?
In SF, you and him.
I I did. I went to dinner with Ian. That was early 2017. That was one of the first people I met in the space. I don't talk to Ian much anymore.
I didn't mind Ian too bad. At least he was trying to do some kind of scientific method with his ICO ranking. You know, it wasn't. It's. I mean, I wouldn't have done that. But like,
That's a generous way to put it, Brad.
yeah,
Scientific.
I'm always trying to find the good in
That
stuff.
word "scientific" really is misused there. Definitely misused. But you know, I definitely got to give some appreciation to him for, you know, following a system, and then, but more importantly, you know, just documenting that system to everybody. And you know, it was obviously a little iffy because it's ICOs and that whole thing was just a bubble anyways. But yeah.
Hey, speaking of bubbles, what's the next crypto bubble? I think the question is, do we need a bubble for crypto to go up for the next round?
Fuck you, Nick. You've got it, haven't you?
Are you saying
DeFi.
are you saying does the bubble cause price to go up, or does price going up cause the bubble?
The question is, what is the bubble that will cause the price to go up? So I'm making an assumption.
Does the bubble come before price go up?
The bubble is Brock Pierce getting elected president.
Bobby, are you talking about like the hype, right?
Like the crypto bubble?
was
The
ICO.
crypto bubble for sure.
Yeah, Charlie,
Nick.
that's right. I'm talking about what is the concept? Is it
Hold
is
on,
it
hold on,
narrative?
hold on.
What's the
Hold on.
Right now, it's
Hey,
right now
hold
it's
on.
Is
DeFi.
it IEO?
I'll talk to you.
Is it-
I want
We're
to
trying
talk
to
to Nick.
fucking. We're trying to converse.
Can we talk a hand? So Nick,
No, you can't
if
talk
this was
ahead. What are you talking
if this
about?
was
No, I know.
Chris,
Fuck you. You
if
can't
this
talk
was-
ahead.
You guys are
Dude.
trying to talk some shit about.
This was
bubbles,
Chris, I
price,
call.
fucking-
Yeah,
This
call
is
this
Chris.
shit down. Call this shit
and I'm
down.
folding.
Wants
I'm
to
going
do
to tell
his
you what
big
I'm folding.
This
Hollywood.
is bullshit.
No,
I'll tell you
call
what
it
I'm folding.
down.
Lay down
No,
the
I'm
flush
You gotta call.
draw.
You
Call
gotta
it.
call
Lay
it.
You have
down
to
the
call
flush
it.
draw.
Hey,
Call
Hold
it.
your pocket
The table
seven.
captain has a responsibility to call it.
Oh,
I
we
folded. I tell you what. Did you have it, Nick? Tell me you had it, please. Make me feel good. You had the jack.
oh,
Didn't
he's
you?
not.
No, he's not showing it.
Oh,
Oh.
It's a good fold. It was a good
He had
fold.
deuces. Based on Nick's previous plan, he had deuces or he had the jack.
So you guys aren't showing your cards. I was. Should I not be showing my cards?
You
then?
keep, you
Yeah,
keep
you can.
showing, Brad. You keep
show
showing.
my show.
Peter, you had the flush draw, right?
No. I didn't have the flush draw.
Peter had a middle pair.
I had a pair.
Sixes.
Good fold.
You had the jack.
They have all four quads. Four
You had the
jacks.
jack. You wanted to get me.
Nick's
off.
not
I
giving
pocket.
a damn thing.
No, Nick had the jack.
This is why I played tight.
That's a good
aggressive for
fold
my first two
because
games.
you got to think about too. Like he could easily have like ace king, and then you know catches. And I'm just saying, right?
It's
like
a wild play with ace king.
No, that's not Nick Carter
the
play.
flush draw with the flush draw.
That's
I'm
something I would
mixing
do.
it up tonight. I don't know why you guys have me typecast like this.
Nick, that's not a Nick Carter play.
So are you putting Nick on being a very tight player? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, I'm putting him on a responsible player. He's a man who manages money and people's investments, and I have him as responsible. He had the jack.
This is a different world.
Do you manage
What?
money, Nick?
Yeah.
Do you want to know why I folded? Nick?
I thought you had a prop organization, like your your partner's money.
Chris, what is this weird bet right here, man?
Can you say spot a boom every time you throw down chips like that big?
Bada boom.
If we were in person, that would have happened a million times already.
All right, Chris, I'll write it down.
I'll show my cards
Yeah.
for you guys.
That's a nice
There,
hand.
take it.
That's
Oh,
a nice hand. Not bad.
Nice hand.
I don't know
I
why
put
you're
it-
in that with 4-6, but
Multiple
was
calls.
the
Yeah.
50 to
Shadow.
That was a
beginning?
straddle there, yeah.
But Bobby, that's a good question. What is the next bubble?
Yeah. What is it? What topic? What is the sort of the genre for the crypto bubble? Is it IEO? Is it DeFi? Is it
I think
digital
IEOs.
assets?
Yeah, IEOs are already done. It seems.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
sure
I was
DeFi could
giving
be
a
one.
bad example.
I'm not sure DeFi could be one for a while. I just don't think there's anyone mainstream. No one's like getting into crypto and gets excited about DeFi. I feel like you have to kind of be here to even understand it's happening. So I'm not sure I see that.
It's an internal bubble.
Would anyone say that the Robinhood TikTok, you know, Davey Day Trader actually could cause some type of substantial bubble or no?
Yes.
I think it'll cause some pumps. It'll be like McAfee coin of the day type stuff. right? It'll cause a coin to move. Clearly
Well,
with
it
Doge.
moved Dogecoin, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big coin too.
If some of those influencers start to talk about cryptocurrency, then yeah, like the followers will come over and start paying attention again.
That's like the worst way for, you know, this industry to move forward, you know?
Yeah, it is. But I think it's inevitable.
Well, if they
What
can drive
happened?
Hertz up, if you can drive Hertz up after bankruptcy, 10x.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
I
Like
think they
people
want
are
some
just
crypto coins.
the FOMO is so strong with this stuff that people are buying bankrupt companies because they can get a multiple.
You see that thing? They've bulletproofed their glass at Robinhood.
Really?
Yeah, they've bulletproofed the glass at Robinhood because of people coming and complaining that they've lost all their money.
Oh, wow.
What's a big appeal behind Robinhood? Is it just really low cost, like options and stuff like that? What is it?
It's just
It
easy
was
to
the
use.
it was the first free broker back in the day, and then they all became free.
But
But
what's, why is it more?
It's like the millennial way for people to trade stocks, right, on their phone, whatever.
Yeah.
It was literally the only one where trading equity was 0 commission, and then everybody else bowed to the pressure.
How do you make money?
What?
How
do
does
they make
Robinhood
money?
make money? Yeah.
They sell some order flow, and they also made some net interest income on the float when people held dollars on the platform, but interest rates are like 0 now, so.
It doesn't one of the big giant hedge funds, one of the big like Fortress or not Fortress, but what's the big Citadel? Yeah, they buy the deal flow, like the click flow, so that they can
The
see
orders.
what
Honestly,
what
like,
plebs are gonna buy before they.
It's not
Yeah.
that sinister in my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
it's
No
still
front
got pretty
running?
good execution.
Yeah, it still gives you a better deal than if they weren't. If they weren't doing that, you'd be screwed. You wouldn't be able to get in.
They
Gotta
spend a
call
lot
it
of money on that,
motherfucker.
isn't it?
Wow, look at this hand.
What do
Oh
you
wow!
If you got 10 jack, I'm gonna
Oh.
be pissed.
Glad I folded.
What does that mean you have, Pete?
He has
Means
a
it-
10-7.
Crystal still got a
Jack
decision here.
That means
Oh my god. I have to do it just because.
10 Jack versus 10-7.
Wow.
5-7.
What the hell again?
Oh, what the
Oh,
heck?
man.
Sam?
They are fucking with us.
Wow.
There's been a lot of straight over
They are
straights.
fucking with us, brother.
Unbelievable.
Motherfucker.
2-10.
Like, I'm there. When you raise, I'm like, fuck you if you got 10 jack.
We're there, we had it on the flop, both of us.
Yeah, I
too.
know.
Yeah, but it's like the smallest smallest straight. There's a 5-7. and
Twice,
also a 10.
twice though.
Sorry,
Chris.
7-10 and a 10 jack.
I'm not sure what's worse, drawing or like winning one and losing the other. Like the ace 10, I was glad it was a draw because I didn't want to make that call. But this one, I was like,
Yeah, I was choked too. I
I
felt
think
like
you got to be
like I
happy
was
with a
up.
draw there with the not low straight.
That's true.
I wonder how you
guys
would have
still
felt
make money, so-
if I'd have put you all in after that 500. I wonder how you'd have felt. I mean, you'd have called,
I was committed at that point for sure.
and you're a degenerate.
And yeah, I'm a degenerate. Doesn't do math in my head when I play poker for sure.
You would have made
And
less
you-
money
Yeah.
because Crystal would have folded.
What did you flop 2 pair, Crystal?
I flopped 2 pair, and
Fuck man, 2 pair versus 2 straights on a flop. That's brutal.
I've seen you guys go all the
Oh
way
my
to the end with
gosh,
that
Bobby.
much coin
Crazy.
over 1 pair, so I thought I had a shot.
Oh, call to sleep.
It's just the worst card there.
Oh, I showed-
Anything low over there. I saw it. I saw your 3.
Did you have a beat?
Yeah, but not by much.
Is that a bird in your house, Crystal?
I was straddling
Yeah.
in.
That is.
Is that a pet bird or an outside one?
She's a rescue.
An outside one.
What's
Did it
an
just fly in
outside
the
one?
window?
Just flying in. She's a rescue. You'll see her all over my computer. Her name is Tweets because she's like Twitter. She's always on my computer and full of crap.
That's awesome. That's an underrated joke, guys. Why is no one laughing at that?
That's a great joke.
That's good.
That's a great joke, but I don't want to burst anyone's bubble. I feel like you used it before, Crystal. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm.
You know what though? I will tell you something. I have never tweeted it. I thought about it. I haven't done it.
You've probably used that 20 or 30 times in meetings, I would argue.
I have only used it one other time because she only recently started walking around on my computer.
Name this tweet because she's always on my computer and full of feather. What was it?
She's full of crap.
Oh man, full of feathers. This has been pretty action-packed in the first hour, I gotta say.
Only Luke
I'm feeling loose now. Got my massager down. You guys better watch out. Whoa.
Hey Brad, the massager you had on you, was that the
E-Tech City one? Yeah.
Okay.
Cordless though. Make sure you get the cordless one.
I just did. I bought one. It's coming on Saturday.
Oh, it's amazing. You'll love it. It's seriously like one of the products. Like Tim Ferriss has this podcast, right? And he always says to his guests, I don't know, I haven't listened to it in 3 years, but he used to say, what's the one product under $100 that has most impacted your life? And that thing is for sure the thing that's most impacted my life, under $100. It's probably saved me thousands of dollars in massage RMT bills.
Well, Brad, let me ask you a real question. Do they sponsor your podcast?
You're not supposed to ask that. No, but they did tweet me. They heard me talking about it on the podcast once, and they tweeted at me.
That's funny. I can attest. It's fantastic. You'll be happy, Bobby. There's a heating function, too, and you can get warm. You're off to an early lead. This is not as the usual game goes.
No, I usually throw away a couple of thousand first.
You claimed the first metal emoji, didn't you?
I mean, I didn't claim it. I won it.
Ah.
Oh man.
There's a clear difference between how like British banter in situations like there's an American banter.
Yeah, you just sound like a prick. You're like, I didn't claim it. I won it.
From a Canadian, you're just
not actually. I'm saying if you didn't get it. I didn't claim it. You do say some interesting sayings on your podcast. British sayings sometimes. I don't quite get them.
I'm gonna fire the last one, and I pussied out.
I was probably calling and not liking it.
No, you weren't. You weren't calling me on that.
I was.
Yeah, that's a tough spot, man. 10-8.
Johnson translations, Brett.
I heard you say jog on a couple times, and took me a couple times to get what that meant.
That's like a very offensive fuck off.
No,
Is it?
jog on. No,
Yeah.
that's like
That's
that's
pretty-
not that offensive, dude.
No, it is. No, but it's not offensive, but it means more than fuck. Like if someone tells us, goes, "Oh, fuck off," you're like, "All right, mate."
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
jog
Fuck
on? It's
off
like,
is
well,
actually
what?
it's not that
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
If they're like jog on, like, whoa, what? Back up a second.
You fucking assholes! Look at this shit. Why is it on, what the
The
fuck?
fuck did I do?
Wow.
2 aces.
Bullets.
Oh, Peter, where's my call there, man?
Well, I was out early.
Hey,
With
do we have a 2-7 special? Do we have a 2-7 special?
Nope.
What's that?
There's no 2-7 special tonight. I don't think.
I
Unless
have
you wanna
a
do-
a Q and a 10, not a 2 and a 7. Is
I
that
think
thought
it's
we were
hard.
gonna-
It's hard to do stuff like that in this format.
Brad, you're not meant to tell people your cards before.
But he asked for the special. Thought that was a poker
You win a
rule.
hand with 2-7. You won $100 or something.
Yeah,
How,
something like
how would we even mechanically do that? Like commit some of the buy-in
Peter
to
will give you
funds?
$100 if you win.
Yeah,
There you go.
we could all contribute.
Yeah,
like
Peter will give you
$0.01.
$100 if you win.
I'll get $100.
You win against him.
Oh, is that actually a thing in poker? If you win a hand with 2 and a 7, you get the
like a side. You can say a side bet
in
if
some
the table
cash
agrees,
games. Yeah.
Then you can do it.
Friendly
It's like
games.
the
they do that
worst
sometimes.
hand, Brad.
No, if you win.
How do you see my hand? How do you know it's so bad?
No, he's talking about the 2-7.
We're talking about do 7.
Oh, thought I was hacked or something. Thought I was getting Ian Bellina'd over here.
Oh my god.
This is a good board for your shitty hand,
Oh
Brad.
man.
2 7's all right here, bro.
Yeah, you look good here.
You can stay all night, Brad.
2
If you win the
6 is
2 and
better.
7, you can run for president.
If you had a bad night, Brad, just keep coming every week. It's a good way to learn.
An
Bring lots
expensive
of-
lesson.
Yeah. Have you done the other way? Have you like
100, eh?
Bado, have you done the reverse chart?
No, 50.
It's just
Who's
50,
had the
Brad,
mo-
not 100.
Who's had the
Oh.
most brutal experience?
It's
Say
50.
that again. See?
Oh,
Have you done like
there's
have you-
100 in
have you
the
done
pot.
Have
50
you done the
to call.
reverse chart? Like who's like I'm sure Ed has been a brutal experience for him.
Oh, the reverse. Who's lost the most playing?
Yeah.
Trevor.
No, Trevor's lost, I think, like 0.4.
But he was only here 1 week.
Yeah, he was only here 1 week.
Was it Jeremy that shoved by accident on his first hand and lost?
Yeah, I
You
think
guys
so.
remember that?
And he had like
Two
a
7
10.
paired up there, Brad.
Yeah.
Already in there with a J7. I can't believe that.
I was straddle. Or no, I was small blind or something. Oh, big blind. I was big blind.
Thank you for not betting at the end. I was gonna fold.
That's 2 hands. But I would have probably won. I do that a lot.
Someone's got birds.
It's me.
That's not my burn.
Chris has outside birds and Crystal has inside bird.
Chris, are you allowed inside or what's the deal? Is your wife mad at you or something?
COVID isolation.
Out to the gazebo. She says, "Go to the gazebo only." No, I
Did
got
you do
a
something
3-year-old and a
wrong?
1-year-old inside, so it's like, I don't want to rowdy the house. Put it that way. And it's a cottage. Like I'm on a cottage, so it's not that big either.
Where's your cottage by the lake? Is it?
Yeah, it's the St. Joe's Island, about 8 hours north of Toronto. It's
Oh,
on
nice.
Lake Huron. Yeah. It's unbelievable over here. Like I would have never knew about this, but my father-in-law lives here. So, we just in Sault Ste. Marie in particular. So it's like, when we started to get a feel for like the water and the sand, it was like I didn't even know Ontario had it. So it's great.
When are you moving to Nova Scotia, Brad?
Oh, that place I was looking at, amazing spot, like perfect spot to build a Bitcoin citadel. But the restrictive covenants said no citadels on the property. So I couldn't buy it.
But what does that mean? No citadels.
Well, there's the meme in Bitcoin that, once you acquire 6.15 Bitcoin and hyper Bitcoinization happens, you can escape the collapse of society by joining the Bitcoin citadel. It's like a walled Bitcoiner circular economy.
Oh my
Keep the
goodness.
poor people.
I
Keep the
think you
poor
need
people
more
out.
than that, Brad.
And what's a 6.15 reference to?
Somebody was like
Fucking
an
American hodl.
influencer.
American.
He's not an
hodl.
influencer. He's not even an influencer.
Was that American Hodl that?
Yeah, it's
It
American
was.
hodl.
Yeah.
Is
just
that
put
where that
another-
came from?
He's like a
Yeah,
small
there,
time
right?
influencer.
Because I thought the way I thought. Tell me where I'm wrong here. Because I thought it was some like BitLord or somebody like that
No.
had massive followers.
Brad,
No,
Was,
no.
was like
get your Bitcoin lore right. 6.15
Yeah.
equals BTB.
6.1.
All right, everybody knows that shit.
okay. So here's what I was seeing. Somebody on Twitter was talking about how good of a trader they were, and they were like had 100,000 followers or something. And then it came out that they said that they'd be happy with 6.15 Bitcoin. And then everybody started making fun of him because he's like, oh, this guy's pretending he's like a guru. He has a private group and all this stuff. And his like ultimate goal is 6.15 Bitcoin. So he's, obviously not as successful as he's trying to make himself out to be. And then that became the meme of 6.15 Bitcoin. Everybody, because he was making fun of that guy.
I don't want to contradict you, Brad, but like American HODL just invented that shit for absolutely no reason.
Started going on about that and breasts.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's breasts and 6.1.
It's connected to bosoms.
I'm gonna have to go look.
Connected to what?
I don't want to say because we're on stream.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This
Am I
is a
hearing this right?
family-friendly stream, you know, like this is PG-13 stream.
I'll say I don't give a fuck. He was going on about you can get 6.15 Bitcoin and then you get the big titty bitches. That's what he used to say.
Oh my god.
That's correct. 6.15 equals BTB.
CV. Really, I totally missed that. Where was I?
Dude, he tweeted that shit every day for like a year.
Until it caught on somehow.
And then it went away.
Aggression. Yeah. That's a good number to aspire to.
Yeah.
I think 1 is a good number to aspire to for most people.
Yeah, that's what that Joe 007 wrote in his thing. That
hell.
The next halving, a whole coiner will be a whale.
Why the fuck
Chris,
did I say
yeah,
it?
what is that shit, man? Whenever I'm in a hand with you, you're doing something crazy over there.
Just a pot size bet.
Well, one Bitcoin is actually 9 figures, right?
9-figure Satoshis.
Yep.
That's what Richard Hart was saying. He's a billionaire on his Instagram page, and then people called him out on it eventually and said, "Oh yeah, I'm a Satoshi billionaire."
Dude, he cried. He cried on fucking YouTube when he lost all his money.
Who's this?
Wait, when he what?
What did
He
he
lost all
lose?
his money.
How did he lose money?
He lost all his money in the last market collapse. He was leveraged out, and he was basically
see.
crying.
Really?
Dude, fuck that guy. He's a
Didn't he
fucking
make
scam.
money from Hex?
Like
That was-
spam.
yeah.
Spamming, yeah. That was 20 years
It's
ago.
weird. It's
No,
weird
but
because
Hex, right?
despite being a
Oh,
scam,
Hex.
Yeah.
I thought you said hacks.
No,
he
no,
must
no.
have made money on that.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
had
made money
he-
from Hex for sure.
must
right?
have made money. He still owns a massive chunk of that supply.
Well, he claims it's not him, right? Some guy.
Well, he winks and nods and says it's not him. He says,
It's like
"I'm not
he's the
going
only
to tell
one
you."
that's ever talked about it.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I looked at the contract the other day to see what's the latest with Hex, and it's something like 300 million of dollars worth of Ethereum has been put in, or something crazy like
That's
that.
obscene.
So it's
Yeah,
obviously
insane.
somebody's recycling it in and out to make it look like what he's doing is him or the person who has all the ETH is farming all the Hex tokens, just like the DeFi people are faking liquidity on Balance and Compound and all that to farm all the
Hex farming.
the DeFi tokens.
Nice bet. That's a good bet.
I had to do it.
Yeah, it's a really good bet.
Nice one.
Could have sucked some out there, but it was a good bet.
Nah, it wasn't worth the risk.
I know, like half that I'm calling.
How much was it bet?
Yeah.
325.
It was an all in. It was the scary all in.
It was a little bit over the pot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't want any callers, so
I was
that's it.
coming all in anyway.
It was the right bet. Well played. Fucker.
What did you have, Peter?
A lesser hand than
Dog
that.
shit.
You left the hand with the nut.
I was
Is that
beat.
what you said? Oh,
I was a lesser hand. I was beat.
I was tempted to
wanted
call
it.
too.
lesser hand. Got it.
2
A
overcards.
lesser hand.
No one has busted today. It's crazy. Except
Huh?
for Luke. Luke sort of
Yeah,
defaulted.
I topped up.
Yeah, but
I topped up.
standard.
Soft
If you
default.
wanna,
I
You
think
wanna
I'm
hand
the,
yet, Luke?
I'm the same way. It's kind of early on in the night. I feel like I top up. You know, like, I'll get streaky towards the latter.
Well, if
half.
you're down to like 200, it makes sense to top up.
Yeah, I just didn't want to sit there and wait for a hand to shove. It's like I'd
Yeah.
rather play.
Yeah.
do some flips at the end, Luke.
I'll play flips again. It's got to come back my way. I mean,
that hurts.
I think
that hurts his heart when you say that.
I think I lost
I know.
5K playing flips that night. But
What?
I was
So
up
you-
8.
so-
I was up 8K.
So you didn't really beat me that night then.
No, I was up 8K. I think I still made about 3K. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a full 5, but I lost
You were
for like an hour
You were
straight.
up when I
in
left
flips.
the table. Yeah, you were up when I left the table. That's brutal.
What am I
Did you
doing?
give up?
Huh?
Or were you like fuck this? I cannot
90.
do
No,
this?
I wanted to stay in because I finally turned it around, but we agreed on he had to roll. We agreed on a time. I mean, we were sitting there having beers, we were telling stories.
Oh,
Okay.
the high card. Ah, good hand.
But yeah, it's pretty unlucky.
I thought you had the queen maybe too.
Is anyone monitoring the Periscope?
Ooh, there's actually quite a few questions. There's a lot of questions. I can't sign in though. I have a new computer here. Chris, unless you give me the sign in. Let's see what we got.
Why don't we answer a few questions?
Good idea.
You had a couple Brock voters in here calling for an abolishment of the Fed.
Right now we have about 30 people watching. We usually get between 30 and 50.
Hello,
watching,
30
so
people.
it's like 2-8.
So we get 30 at one time, but then, holy shit, Leon the fact checker says I lost 12 Bitcoin.
Love Leon.
Forget. He really hates Ethereum. Shout out.
He lost
Leon.
12 bitcoins with what?
Good.
I don't understand what he's saying. I forgot to put
Op
op
and
and
if.
if in the Bitcoin script. I don't know that op code.
I think it's something he proposed on Bitcoin Talk. He's got some kind of Bitcoin op code proposal.
Really?
I believe so. If he's still there, maybe he should type what he meant in the chat.
Yeah, Leon, what can you elaborate on that?
I think it's like a sidechain proposal or something. It's been on
He's
my
one of my favorite
bookmarks.
people on Twitter.
Yeah, he's
like
awesome.
Really under the radar, and he just comes in and
Yeah.
out, in and out, constantly.
I was gonna
telling people,
donate him some bitcoins. I shouldn't have said that. And I was gonna be hounding me for it.
He hates
Probably not.
Ethereum so much.
Nick, can you
Yeah.
really just turn it right here? I guess you could have the 8 as well. You have a ton
Wow,
of
look at
8s.
this coming up.
I have to call it. It's a real shame.
Oh,
wow!
Did you turn it?
Wow.
Yeah, he
Wow,
turned
wow,
it all
wow,
right.
wow.
Yeah, I turned it.
On the flop. He turned it all right.
Love to see it.
Damn.
Love
bad
to
flop.
see it. Flopping
Nick,
Nick,
dead.
that was
action
some
in that
cool
hand.
play with that flop. And you got
Love
paid,
Nice
man.
poker
to see
face.
it
Nice
flopping
poker
dead.
face.
Easy. I mean,
Sometimes you don't get. Sometimes you don't get paid with those hands.
I wanted to make a timid bet on the river. You know. What
Yeah,
I
a
mean?
third of the pot. I'll pay that every single day of the week. You probably could have taken 150 from me, honestly. I don't. You have a lot of 8s. I don't know. 2 8s. That's fucked.
Brutal.
I have the screen cap from last week where Chris got quads.
That's the
Again,
same
it's-
fucking flop.
I don't remember. Who
It's the
against.
same
Yeah,
flop and
what's
his-
going on?
And the
What's
same
is it
suits.
Same suits? Are we? Something's up here.
Chris put the slider to like lots of action. in
Yeah.
the software. That's configurable.
This is the presidential game,
Oh, man.
special edition.
It's the first lady game.
Yeah, it's the first lady game. That's what it is.
Vote for me.
What are you gonna do when you take over the first lady Twitter handle?
8 of diamonds. So on the hand before was the 8 of diamonds, not the 8 of hearts. But
Good
otherwise,
That's a
Charlie,
great
does it-
question.
does that-
Your
Charlie,
answer,
does that
Chris.
does that handle go to the next first lady, or does it stay with the person?
Yeah, it should go to the next first
Upload
lady.
it? Yeah. Should get my
Yeah.
tweet ready.
Flotus.
So Leon must be like some kind of Bitcoin whale. If he can casually lose 12 Bitcoin, it's not a big deal.
On what was he losing it on?
He said like a malformed script.
Did he say casually or did he use emphasis? Because that sounds like something that would not be that casual.
You know, it's hard to tell from reading text.
Well, why don't we just ask him? Are you a whale? I looked at my phone like I'm talking to my phone. Are you a whale?
Leon, did you lose those Bitcoins casually or with emphasis?
Or with emphasis?
He's not answering.
Not be there anymore.
Well, there's only 22 people now, so he left.
I gotta call it.
Oh,
Oh,
what are these flops?
Wow, look at the
Brutal.
flop.
What are these
brutal. You milked it so much
Jeez.
there.
And
Brad, did you raise pre-flop?
Savage.
I didn't. I put 20
Oh,
up
he
or something
didn't.
like
I was
that.
gonna-
Yeah. So you need to learn from that hand. It's the most
You need-
expensive hand if you don't.
Well,
play
but
it hard
Nick
enough.
Nick had a double aces and he raised everybody and everybody folded. So I was
That's
trying
fine.
to
That's
suck
better
people.
than losing like.
Every hand's
Good,
different,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Every hand's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
should have made it more expensive.
You do not want 4 people calling you with aces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's shit.
Someone got
That's a
that.
recipe for heartbreak.
She would have easily
Yeah.
folded to like a $40 raise.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I
I've
guess
been
I was
cursed.
I was following you there. I was just like matching your checks or whatever, your bets. That wasn't very strategic, I suppose.
That was a scary flop for pocket aces.
Yeah.
Considering we've had 2 pocket 8s that were pretty good.
Yeah, you had a great hand for that. Wow.
I'll give it to you.
I had a good hand there. Too bad I wasn't in King 7.
Yeah, you'd have lost it. Go and check the rewind. At ace 3.
I'm gonna give him a call. They'll tell me what you had. Don't worry.
At ace 3. You'll find out. I had ace 3. Honestly.
You'll find out.
I know.
I'll find out anyway. So whatever, right? You might as well.
Yeah, well, you
just show your
fucking
card.
find out then. Just go fucking find out.
Let's go check the tape afterwards.
Yeah, check the fucking tape.
I'll check it. All right.
Yeah, you fucking do.
Can we get a version of this with hull cams on a delay?
Be great.
That'd be sick.
That's what I've been pushing for. Surprisingly enough, many if not all platforms don't support that, and it sounds like it's hard for them to do, but that's
Well,
like a key.
they also don't want cheating, right? So
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I get it.
When you franchise the show out and get it on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
the next big poker scandal will come from Crypto After Dark.
Why am I calling?
That's
That's not too far fetched of a thing, to be honest with you. That's not too.
I mean, it is crypto, right? So
that's what I'm saying.
We can manufacture scandals all day.
Want to do it.
Let's go all in, Brad.
I'm getting low on my stack though. I gotta be careful. I gotta wait for the next pocket aces and raise next time.
Then we'll
But
fold.
that's my strategy, so you guys are aware of it.
you only raise with aces.
I only raise with pocket aces, and remember that.
I don't know. Let's see. Chris and Peter both called a 5-7 offsuit on a $50 pre-flop raise. So I don't think you can have.
No way. I no, that couldn't have been because I wouldn't have called. No. You know why? No, because it was a straddle then a raise.
It was yeah.
Yeah. So I think I was already big blind. So like I called the straddle, and then I'm like I'm fucking in, and there's 4 people raising. There's 4 people in. So, but that's a fold.
Still remembers.
Oh, look at this hand. Who's got the straight?
Wow.
And who's got the 3 aces? What wins between a straight and 3 aces?
Straight.
Straight.
Brad, you can come every week, mate.
You're always welcome.
Oh, I was right. I knew it.
That sucks, Charlie. You can't get away from that.
That's fucking brutal.
That is brutal.
Wow.
They flopped it.
And oh, no shit.
With Brad's commentary too.
Yeah, I called that one. Didn't know what the heck I was talking about.
Poor Charlie, man.
That was brutal.
I thought you had an ace jack. I think that whatever there was another high card on the board. I thought maybe you suckered it on the end.
Then why'd you do it?
Well, I had to at that point, but yeah. No, I'm just saying with how fast you called.
Oh. I mean, you can only beat me with that hand, so
Yeah,
I figured.
I call that every day of the week.
It's a great hand, guys.
A lot of action here.
Check it down, Peter.
Oh, if none of you want it, I'll have it.
Waited all day for ace king. Ran into that.
Yeah, I gotta
Brad.
fold that one.
So Charlie, when Bobby asked the question, what do you think the next bubble is? You're quick to say DeFi. Do you believe that's truly the next bubble?
No, actually, I think the next bubble will be when ETFs happen.
Remember, the bubble
How
topic
far-
doesn't have to be logical. It just has to be enough market momentum to get the mass market to buy in.
I just think it's another crypto bubble, like about to happen. Just a standard crypto bullshit bubble, and there will be
It's
enough.
been happening for the last couple of months. If you've been in the altcoin market,
That's not a bubble. That's a like a mini.
It's a
spike.
slow
I'm
rise.
talking
It's an
about,
accumulation.
yeah.
Bitcoin and ETH have to move for it to be real.
Yeah, you're
The
talking
crazy
like
part is-
1,000% gains and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
That
crazy
type of
bullshit.
bubble.
Yeah. The ETF is getting more likely by the day, though.
That's a nice check raise.
And it's really about who the next commissioner too of the SEC is going to be.
Didn't the
Well,
SEC just say they're going to
Esther
expedite
defaults in,
requests for like
right?
ETFs?
Hester Purse is who you want.
She defaults in if she's the interim commissioner. She's the senior Republican
Really?
commissioner. She defaults in if Jay takes the job.
Interesting. Hold on.
Well,
Jay takes what job's Jay been offered?
She doesn't default in. There's a selection process.
I thought that was like the standard that it would be the most senior in the same party.
She's probably, I'd say, would be the Vegas favorite to be it, but yeah, she doesn't default in.
Where's Jay off to?
Can I really fold this hand?
Potentially the Southern District of New York Attorney General job.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Jesus, Charlie.
Oh no,
That's
Oh my, Charlie.
that's
All right.
two nasty
That's
ones in a
two,
row.
Yeah, that's
All right, Charlie, you have to buy in now. Buying with Litecoin. Ask for favorable exchange rate.
To make you feel a little better there, Charlie, I had you both beat. You guys got me off of the
like
back.
Chris, how does that make me feel better? Tell me.
Charlie looks totally...
How does that make me feel
Just rub it in that he had the worst hand out of everyone.
How does that make me feel better?
Hey Charlie, by the way, you had the worst hand there. Good job.
I don't think it's even possible to put Charlie on tilt, but I'm gonna try my best here.
That was close. That was close.
I didn't love that the 8 on the turn there though, because you could have got the 10 jack, but just went for it.
Oh,
I was hoping you had a
my
9-3. You put your big blind. I was hoping you had a 9-3, and you would play the same way. But I was like, ugh, it's really hard to fold the flopping a 2-pair.
Hey, Charlie, did you rebuy twice or just once?
Twice.
Oh.
Brad, you're in shoving range here, man.
Get the chips in, Brad.
That means I should push the button.
Yeah, always
Sounds like Nick wants you to push the button. Encouraging the shove when he
You
can
see
call.
the big all-in button on your laptop?
Oh, this power cord here?
You hit that.
Do it now, Brad.
It's never good when the two guys you're in a hand with are asking you to put chips in the middle.
Based on your experience so far, Brad, if you don't know that you should be shoving all in, I'd be concerned.
I was betting 260 there if you didn't bet, Nick.
I gotta show you a hand, Nick.
I did king.
My hand wasn't good, so I didn't want to go too crazy with it.
We could still do a side bet for 7-2. Just whoever wins, everybody else has to tweet something great about them.
Ooh, there we go.
Authentically, Peter.
What's that?
It has to be authentic.
Or you have to,
about what?
An emoji medal. If somebody wins with 7-2, offsuit especially, you have to send them like an emoji and some praise publicly on Twitter.
or make them your bio. Make them your bio for a week.
I was gonna call it.
That's an expense. I'd rather
Ace-8?
pay $100 to a
Wow.
bounty.
And I was on the straddle. I technically should have called, but I just didn't feel it.
Some of us have brands to cultivate, Crystal.
You know.
Some of us don't do shit like Peter does all day long.
What are you talking about? He's been studying poker.
Yeah, obviously. He has a poker coach for sure.
Peter?
Definitely.
Not a poker coach.
That's his new brand.
He read Super System and he's all set.
Yeah, I think we should do a real crypto-only poker tournament, a live crypto-only poker tournament where you can't play unless you own crypto.
We talked about this, didn't we, Chris?
Let's do it at Bobby's room in Vegas.
Don't
We
we all?
do that here in Puerto Rico.
Crypt After Dark live event.
We talked about that.
No,
didn't
but
we,
open
Chris,
to
recently?
everyone, like a huge tournament.
Listen, that's not too far reaching, right? Like, we can definitely do that.
You have to play with crypto though, so for every bet you have to unlock your ledger, like use your private key. It takes a really long time.
Oh, we're gonna call if you made
Oh,
the flush.
boy.
Fair enough. I gotta call it.
Or, here's what you require.
I got a
people to
massive
own
hand,
at
but I
least
played it
one
badly.
Bitcoin to play.
I think you got the flush. Well done, Nick.
8-9.
Oh,
Wow!
Oh,
Wow!
Oh.
Wow! Wow!
oh man.
Sorry, Peter.
Yeah.
Whew.
To be honest, like I
You
knew
had
I was
to- The
behind.
ace is the worst fucking card. for you
Yeah,
at
like
end
that's
of
the like I was easily folding
Oh,
until that fucking
yeah,
ace
that's-
came out. I was like, ugh.
day. Yeah.
And the only reason I didn't raise the flop, I was like first to go, so I was just check raising, and no one fucking raised the flop. It's like,
Aces
ugh.
fucking suck, dude.
No, I don't mind them, but like when you're first and like 6 people call, and you're like, why has no one raised this pot?
Yeah, so you wanted to re-raise on the flop?
Yeah, I assume someone's gonna
Yeah.
raise, and
Yeah.
I'll re-raise, but whatever.
what would your coach say, Peter?
I don't have a coach, dude.
I don't know about that.
He is the coach.
Do I look like I play with a coach? Is there anything rational about the way I play?
I'm his coach.
Firstly, they'll say stop drinking. You gotta remember
Yeah.
when we start playing, I've usually been
Rule
drinking
one.
for 3 hours.
Like, just out of
rule
curiosity,
2, don't play in the middle of the night when everyone else is in the daytime.
It's
in
2:30 in the morning. I've been drinking since
Oh, I'm up.
8
Zoom, one
o'clock.
question. In Zoom, the position of everyone on the screen, is it the same for everyone, or do I see a different version than you guys?
It's different.
Who's above you, Bobby?
I'm top middle.
You're middle.
Yeah, you're
You're-
middle.
Yeah, Bobby's middle for me.
I'm
Wow.
Yeah, bottom right, Crystal.
I just look at myself. I don't look at you
Yeah,
guys
huh?
at all. I have my picture pinned.
Where are you, Charlie? Is that like the Death Star or something?
You never
Yeah,
show
there's
us
the
your
Death Star.
background. What,
That's the Death Star.
it's
I have a lot
almost
of
mysterious.
ladies walking around, so I just want to make sure you guys can see it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see.
Dozens.
I like that. You respect the game. I appreciate that.
Very respectful.
Hey, Charlie, is that the same as in
Yeah,
that
my
ride,
phone is a
the
camera.
rise of the resistance, or what's the ride at Star Wars?
It is actually. I think it is the same deck.
I gotta turn my camera off for a second so I can use my phone because it's my iPhone.
That's actually a very very cool ride. Rise
Don't
of
have
the
to turn
Hey,
your
Brad, you can use. There's a new invention called speakerphone.
First lady is here. I like it.
Yeah, I needed to be in a more appropriate setting.
Here we go.
Nice.
Fantastic. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't understand Brad's logic for why he has to turn off his camera, but
Oh, because I'm using my phone as a camera.
Still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Brad, I don't get
Oh,
it.
here, I'll show you. I'll turn it back on in a second. I'll show you what I mean. Like, I got to use the phone to turn my daughter's
Oh,
internet.
nice, Crystal. I like your I like your. Is that your living room? Or is that your new office?
Yeah, this is my new office.
Oh, nice.
Future office. Future office.
I wouldn't join a Zoom call ever now without that background. Like,
So Crystal, hold on a second. Where's Brock? Is he?
Under the desk.
And how do you plan to renovate the Oval Office? Give us your plan, because people might vote for him just because you have a good renovation plan, a decoration, not renovation, decoration.
Decoration. All of the great first ladies have done something meaningful to the White House, so it is my duty.
Hey, Brad, closer. I can't see your whole card.
Wait,
Closer.
Brad.
zoom in. Zoom in.
Zoom in a little bit. Who has screenshot? We should watch the replay.
That's why I turned
Oh,
up.
look on the stream. It's on the stream. Everybody go to Periscope.
Brad, you have 7 seconds left. It's your turn.
If you
This is
fold,
why he exposed his
I
card.
gotta fold. I
He
gotta put this
folded
thing
his
back
cards
on.
in the air.
Crystal, how do you do the background?
Definitely putting them on tilt.
I saw Jack or Queen. I definitely saw a face card there.
It's on Periscope. It's
Yeah, there
2
was.
pixels on the Periscope.
Peter,
How do you
is
change
it
the
background? It's virtual
Yeah, I
background.
Hey, Brad, was it Jack 8 or Jack 9?
You have to have a
Tell me.
paid
What was
account.
it?
Jack 5.
I've got a paid
Jack
account.
5. Yeah, sorry.
Press the little arrow next to the
Next
video.
to stop video.
Sorry.
The arrow next to stop video.
On the
Okay.
right side of it.
Crystal, back to you. You were telling us how
How
you
do I
plan
upload
to,
a picture?
decorate the Oval
You
Office.
you just do it.
Well, first of all, I think it needs to have more technology before we even deal with, furniture and paint. And I think it would be great if we're hooked up with the ability for everybody to tap in. So we'll just be on like a permanent Zoom situation. We'll be very.
Oval Office.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's intense.
Oh my gosh.
I've
There you
uploaded.
go.
I've
Look,
upgraded
take a
to
look.
Big Sur,
That's sweet.
and some things in Zoom aren't working properly, so I
Peter.
can't see.
Peter, I'll
Is
go
that like-
into an environment more appropriate for you.
That's awesome. I love that background.
I want
Is
to
that Simpsons or something else? That's Simpsons, right?
Family Guy. Oh no, that's
Family Guy?
Simpsons.
Oh, that's Simpsons.
So Charlie, in virtual background, should there be a button?
Should there be a
Should there
button?
be a button for like upload picture?
Yeah, see the plus icon?
No, so basically, since I upgraded to Big Sur, Zoom isn't working. Some of the buttons are there, but you can't see them. Where is the button? I've got to
It's to
probably
the
click.
right of choose virtual background.
You're gonna ghost.
You're
guess
gonna
it?
guess?
Like,
It's next to it's where your poker cards are. You have to hover over and tell us what you see under the mouse.
Oh, there it goes. I've hit it. Cool.
So the button is actually not visible.
No, but that's what I've been struggling with Zoom.
This is a beta, right, for Big Sur, Peter?
Yeah.
Why are you running the beta? Are you an Apple developer?
No.
Yeah, I never run Apple beta. It's really bad. I've done it before.
I just had a little FOMO.
Like all the apps are broken and stuff don't work.
Who's
Brad,
in here? Is it just the two of us?
Me and you,
Brad.
Bradley.
At this
Oh,
stack
look,
size, you should
can't
be.
see me.
You should be
Make
going
sure you
all in.
select you don't have a green virtual back. You don't have a green background.
Okay.
Oh,
man.
Sorry,
Oh
Brad.
my goodness.
Sorry,
That
Brad.
hell?
Oh my God.
goodness.
What the
Oh
hell?
God. That
Wow.
this deck is rigged, Chris.
We only have 4 outs, I think.
Wow.
how do
Actually,
I?
more than that, 10 outs.
Chris,
Yes.
put on the action deck.
Yes,
I told you. I clicked
4
that.
outs.
This is a crazy
Yeah.
action
10
deck,
outs,
man.
10 outs.
The
Man.
action slider is at 11.
Oh, with the
I
pair.
thought that was the perfect all in. Look at
4
that.
plus 6.
4
That
kings.
is the perfect all in. That's insane.
yeah,
How many
you-
quads have hit the board so far?
You were probably 90% there.
That's a 2-outer.
No,
it's more than
there's
that.
any jack comes and then or if the
There's
pairs
10 outs like Bobby
if turn
said.
river pairs.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Brad,
Alright.
that's what happens when you show your cards on screen. It's karma.
Hardma.
Ardma.
All right, Chris.
So, Brad, if you want to buy back in, you can click menu
hold
in
up.
the top.
Hold up your cold card. Tap your cold card to the camera.
Luke,
It
you
doesn't
going
work that
all
way,
in on
Brad.
this
It doesn't
hand?
work that way.
That's not how the
What's that?
blockchain works.
No, you have to
going
like break your code card in order to get the bitcoins out.
You gotta shove here. You can't.
I'll show you the actual
The
private key.
The ballet card.
Yeah, those are the real private keys.
That's not how that works either, Bobby.
Cards are just not hitting tonight.
Somebody's
hitting
gonna have
Bitcoin
to go
else.
and scoop the $50 worth of Bitcoin that Bobby had planted on that card for everybody.
Dude, I'll plant up one full Bitcoin on there for you guys to steal.
It's
My
actually
browser
in
froze,
cash.
so I can't do an action.
Yeah, that's what I should do. I should plant a full Bitcoin on here so you guys can steal it.
Hold on, Bob. Don't do it yet. One more
My
time.
browser froze.
Ready, Luke? Ready,
call?
Luke? All right, 1, 2, 3.
All right, we're good. I'm recording this on the second screen, so.
Nick, what'd you
Bobby,
have?
I'll tell you. You know what would actually be a
My
an
browser
interesting
froze, so I couldn't
marketing
do an action.
Did you want to
activity
call?
for you is if you did
I mean,
something like that. You
I
said on this
didn't,
day,
but-
I'm gonna do a live stream or whatever.
What
and
did
at
you
some
have,
point,
Nick?
I'm gonna flash one with Bitcoin on it. I think
I'd
that
air.
people would love that.
You didn't have the 9, did you?
I'll call
I'd
it.
air.
I had a 9.
Huh?
You should.
But you
I just had overcards, but yeah, like my browser's still frozen, so I can't do anything.
you
Yeah,
just had
I just
overcards.
bought back.
So you didn't
in.
even pair.
Throw it in Zoom there, Brad.
Did I get put in like standby mode or what?
Yeah, you have to ready back up, Nick.
You're still sitting out.
All right.
Hold on,
just-
Nick. So you had an ace. So
Yeah,
you tried to
an ace.
steal it on the turn,
Yeah.
and you were
What is this?
maybe
Yeah.
gonna call thinking I had a bluff.
No, I probably
I'm
wasn't.
gonna have to
gonna call.
guess.
I mean, I did bluff, but
You bluffed, Peter?
yeah, I did. My one bluff.
Was it a
Okay.
semi bluff or was it just a pure bluff?
Pure bluff. I missed the flush.
So, Crystal, when you get into White House, what are you going to have the first gentleman do?
I would have called with a pair.
Set up a poker table, I think might need to happen.
There we go.
There it is.
You know,
Yeah.
definitely we're going to make it a very social
Oh,
situation.
lots of dead money in here.
We want a lot of people coming in who wouldn't normally go into the White House. You know, we need to step it up, throw some events, have some new perspectives, maybe throw a hackathon.
Crypto
Yeah,
after dark in the West Wing.
What I meant was, we're going to have the role
Be insane.
of first gentleman.
Oh, the role of first gentleman.
Yeah, what are you going to have him do?
Oh. My gosh. Well, I want to think of something funny, but I just have so many serious policies in mind because there's so much that needs to be fixed in this damn country. I want you guys to read the policies. They're coming soon.
Are you gonna let Puerto Ricans vote for president?
That would be awesome. You know, I'm actually incapable of voting for president, so
Why is that?
I am a Puerto Rican president.
Huh.
But you can
Oh.
run for president if you're Puerto Rican.
You can run
Yeah,
for
I mean-
president.
Oh my God, am I gonna pull a Charlie Lee here? Just bought in. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry, Charlie.
I dare you, do it.
You don't.
I
have
don't.
to
I
do
don't. I don't. I
anything,
don't know
Brad.
here because this is risky.
Or you can just do like a little raise, like
You
whatever.
can check.
Or you can just check.
Normal
Who else?
size
No
raise.
one's putting any pressure on you to do it.
Brad, yes, yes.
There's
so
new
many
pressure.
options.
Lots
Take
of
the time
pressure.
back.
Get in there,
He's
Brad.
trying to get a read. He's trying to get a read on Nick. He's trying to get a read on Nick.
Brad, these stats are valuable. It could be alt
I don't
This is
season.
the
think we're at that
first
level
time
of
I've seen a time bang
sophistication,
when
guys.
someone doesn't have to call and can just check.
I've never seen that. He's so rattled. On him, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good hand. He doesn't know how much to bet.
He's first to act and he can't figure it out.
I gotta read the book, How to Set a Trap.
This is some
There.
advanced
That's-
Hollywood.
that's-
Wow, look
Oh,
at that
that
bet
was a-
sizing. Look at that bet sizing.
What a
138.
Brad,
That
was
bet's
that on page
perfect.
138? It's called the 138 Trap. That's a very famous one.
This is
That's a
calculated.
very
What is
famous
that,
one. It's called the 138 Trap.
Charlie DM'd me. He said to bet 138. Oh no,
That's
they're
a
calling.
bet.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh,
fireworks!
That's the
Fireworks!
Brad, you're not gonna push us off. You got me and Peter behind, dude.
What the heck?
Unless
Royal
you're,
flush.
Checked it to me.
you're splitting.
Yeah, I'll check to you. Oh, come on, guys.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
I was fucking
That
ahead.
is weak.
Oh,
That is
Suck
That
my
was
dick,
weak.
Peter.
Wow.
I had a good flop though.
That
That
is
was.
I was
irritating.
literally about to take Brad down.
Honestly, I only called because Brad was like doing some weird shit over there.
Well, that was a good hand, right?
4-9.
Like, to bet on. But then it got so hairy. At the
Fucking
end.
that queen came out. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh,
A king would have been
Hearts.
lovely.
All right, I gotta send some more Bitcoin, right?
No, you're good. You can keep playing.
I'll do it later.
We're friends.
Okay. Bobby, just put 0.9 Bitcoin on that card and send the other 0.1 to Chris for me.
all right.
Fucking god.
Oh.
That's a nutty hand.
Check that. Oh, I'll bet. Bet. From Spada Boom.
Boom.
I really want to see it though. If I fold, will you show me your cards?
Yes.
All right.
I had nothing.
That was good.
Yeah, there's a
bluff.
lot of draws.
I had
Draw bet.
Nice bet.
That was good. That was
I
good.
had ace something. I
Good
can't
bet.
remember.
Brad, you have a permanent invite every week.
Depends how many more rebuys, I guess.
Don't worry about that.
Just
This is gonna do your podcast the world of good. So you should come every week.
Yeah,
just revisit the ranking of.
When you talk,
Oh,
you actually
no.
talk about what you spend
Yeah,
on
you're such a
marketing
dick
to get your
sometimes.
podcast.
And my camera's that's not intentional here.
Luke shoves and turns the
No,
camera.
I'll turn it
off.
back
I
on. I'll
like
turn it back on.
Look,
That's a
come
camera
on, we
dead.
need
It's
to
a
get him
camera dead.
talent.
1 second. I'm
That's
grabbing the
Wait,
battery.
party foul, dude.
Luke, are you going for your massage?
That-
I'm
that
grabbing
all
the
in
battery. Give me a
That's
second.
all in is invalid.
I
It's
can't hear you
invalid.
grabbing battery.
Luke's going for his massage now.
Luke's
That
got a
Chris, you gotta
pocket
go turn off
pair.
your lights.
That doesn't count till we can look at Luke.
I got
That's
such
all-
a shitty hand, but I'd love
That's
to
a
call
lot.
and beat Luke with it.
Yeah, I don't want to risk
Why
that
does his
one.
camera die so much anyway? That's really suspicious.
Only 409. Huh?
All right, battery's back on.
All right,
Bobby,
Bobby,
you might
yeah,
as well say
can I
what
beat
you've
you?
got.
Dead battery here.
Come on.
All right, I have Queen 10. Can I beat you?
Maybe.
Sure.
Luke had a pocket pair. Like,
Luke,
he had like 9s. or
Are you
5s.
using like AA batteries for your camera? Like, what's going on over
No,
there?
it's not double A. It's a rechargeable. I just don't have the dummy battery.
So if I win with the 2-7, what do I get? Just
Round of
kidding.
it.
Don't they have plug-in cameras, Luke?
Luke, have you heard
No,
of alternating?
No, they
current?
really don't. On the Sony,
wall.
what is this? Sony 7A2. They don't. You have to buy like a dummy battery. It tricks the camera to thinking like, I can't even describe it. It's like $250 just to get it. I don't have it.
Oh, I just lost connection.
Yeah,
So
me
did
too.
I, but
Back in though. That is a really nice camera though, Luke. That's a sweet, nice bokeh.
Appreciate it, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
but
was
it's a
weird.
pain in the ass
I'm
for
back in.
poker.
Did everyone lose? Oh, it's back on now.
Yeah.
It just
should
flashed.
be
It's
back.
back.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to hack the system, and I had to get out and go back in later.
Gotta cypherpunk
definitely-
the matrix of the mainframe.
Did we talk about the
Bod
topics that
modem?
we were meant to talk about? I feel like we didn't get.
Oh
through the
shit, is it
topics.
me? Sorry guys.
Luke, you said there were loads of questions.
Yeah, come on.
In hindsight, there weren't that many questions. There was a lot of comments about Roger Ver's video. There were quite a few. Let's see, not a lot of questions, a lot of comments.
Oh, I should have kept that.
That's flop.
Here's something we could talk about that I think is an interesting topic. So I think it was Center yesterday or today announced that they blacklisted a USDC address, and that's opened
Yeah.
up a lot of debate about how that's going to change and how the the stablecoin landscape and all and I think USDT showcased today, or it was leaked that there was like 100 addresses that hold, I think something crazy like 50 or 75 million dollars that are also blacklisted USDT addresses. But what do you guys think about this perspective?
But Tether has been doing that for years, right?
Yeah, they have at least 30 million blacklisted.
Yeah, I mean it's par for the course.
Yeah, it's 70 now, I think.
Up to 70.
Yeah, and that's just that, you know, they're centralized fiat-backed currencies. They're not cryptocurrencies. They're not decentralized cryptocurrencies. So it's just like I think of it kind of like I think of Liquid. You know, the purpose of Liquid is not to be the same security model as Bitcoin, and the purpose
Bobby, you're either ahead or we're sharing this.
Bobby's been making some weird bets.
Yeah,
in this
he's either ahead or we're sharing this.
What does that mean?
Yeah, we're sharing it.
Oh, look at this, that's 3 now.
That's a good laydown. I had a king.
3 splits.
Peter keeps making it to the end of these hands with a share.
I think that, you know, the stablecoin thing, what it opens up the eyes to many people is like, shit, like this is eventually going to be KYC'd and it's eventually going to feel like banking.
Well, it already is KYC, right? Because you got to get on the ramp with KYC.
What to get stablecoins?
To get in the door, coins and all that stuff.
No, you don't. Not at all.
You don't need to KYC to get access to stablecoins.
I suppose you could trade your way into them.
You can use a P2P exchange to get Bitcoin, and then you can use any like DeFi thing to get a stable coin out of that.
I'm thinking of though like the use case of the way that they blacklist like $1 million at a time, or like $100,000 at a time. It's like hacks and Ponzi scams and stuff like that they blacklist.
Crystal, I meant to bet 60 there, and I accidentally bet 600.
That could have turned out well for me, but you know, I had a draw. So I
was like, all right, you've got aces.
I had ace king.
Yeah, you had the pocket aces. You're like, I just need to push it all in.
No.
Yeah.
Peter,
I was typing in 60 and I hit an extra 0.
What do you have back there, Peter, with the buses?
That's a Bedford bus station.
It looks great.
Just behind the buses is Iceland. It's like a frozen food store.
Peter, that's a lot of buses for like 200 people in your city.
I think this is probably in the morning before the school run. Where it might have just been lined up for like a proud photo.
I think
it's photoshopped.
The city photo, like
the copy of
that was the best they can make it look.
Let me add one here.
I think I could do a good Peter McCormack impression if I tried.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it, man. Stage is set.
I got to think about like the kind of shit that he says first, though.
That's fucking nonsense.
Like,
just bashing altcoins and DeFi.
Yeah, just say Ponzi
Oh,
scam.
look at that.
There we go.
You look perfect.
Let me see.
Wow.
Do I have to do it?
Brad, take off your headphones.
My shirts? No, Bobby.
You'd fit perfectly. Your hairstyle matches.
So that's the Brad bunch. Is that what that's supposed to be?
Braddy bunch.
The Braddy bunch.
That's clever. Luke, what is this? What's this bet, man? Come on, what's going on there?
Just trying to win a pot tonight. That's all I'm trying to do out here.
I should actually get a bunch of pictures of me around the top there and call it the Braddy bunch.
Just a call. All right, let me see if I can do my Peter McCormack.
Oh, here goes.
No,
oh yes,
dude.
We'll watch the all-in.
Nice.
Oh, Luke, you and your flush calls.
That's
wow.
tough. That is tough.
Big pot.
Bobby, that is an interesting.
That's a good call on the flop, Bobby.
that was my first big pot. Sponsored by Luke.
You're welcome.
That was desperate, Luke.
The
I had
last
two big
shove was
pots tonight.
separate, but I was pot committed.
No, you played right. honest.
I probably should have shoved the flop, make it a little bit tougher for you, but I really wanted you to come along too, Nick, to be honest. I was hoping you guys would both come along for the 140.
We'll have a big hand.
But
tonight.
look, you're betting on the come. Why you want?
But if he had 3 players, then he had good odds.
Yeah, I'm like the 50 or 60% winner there, especially if you guys all call.
Yeah.
Did you get knocked out, Peter? It says you're sitting out.
No, I just wasn't paying attention. Like I say, by this time, Brad, I've been drinking since about 9. So I've been drinking for 5 hours. So it's...
Oh my god.
What are you drinking?
I'm now on the pink gin.
What time is it there, Peter?
Nearly 3 a.m.
$10 into 75.
Peter, it looks like you're trying to kiss that statue.
Yeah, $10.
This is what's at the top of the high street where I live. It's so fucking weird.
Fancy.
It just appeared one day. And
Oh, really?
everyone was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Your city paid real money for that.
Yeah, and actually, I
feel
think
like
the picture makes it
Queen
look better.
10 blocking
When
bets
you're
or
next to it, you're
something.
like, "What the fuck?"
Well, I
feel
can
like I
imagine
was
because like the
thinking it.
back of the head is like hollow. Right?
Oh, look at
Yeah.
Crystal's background now.
Chris,
That's
what was
cool.
all this?
Oh,
like,
you dirty.
analysis of the
Wow,
hand?
that's a moving background. What's going
The
on?
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. I had to wrap in Aurora at some point. That's one of my keywords.
Aurora. What's the keyword relation there?
Aurora is the name of Brock and my daughter.
Oh, that's
And
right.
her name was going to be Satoshi.
Like with a SHE at the end?
Yeah. Yeah, we thought we were going to be kind of clever.
Satoshi.
Did Craig object?
But he put a copyright on it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Copyright a name?
Craig copyrighted Satoshi?
What do you
Yeah,
sue?
exactly.
sue
Well,
someone for being
what we
alive?
decided at the
Copyrighted
time-
everything, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he made her. I don't believe him.
Oh man, that's a good one too.
Oh yeah, we decided to go with Aurora, which is
believe it.
Aurora is the goddess of the dawn, and her, in Roman, her Greek counterpart is Eos.
Oh, is that what Eos was named
There we
after?
go. The truth
Mhm.
comes out. We found out.
Yeah,
about
Eos is the goddess of the dawn.
Goddess of the dump. Oh!
And Helios, he's the god of the sun.
Who?
Helios.
Helios.
Mm-hmm.
Is Helios another chain or something?
I think there's a Helios coin out there.
There is a Helios.
Helium coin.
Literally every word you can think of, there is a coin.
Yeah.
Probably true.
Do you
Some
feel,
words have two
feel like you missed out? Like maybe you should have gotten a coin in your own name, or are there any coins anybody would have made if you could have done it like 4 years ago when there were only a few?
Yeah, I wish I'd have made Dogecoin.
All the early altcoins that were clones of Bitcoin were named some really stupid shit. No disrespect, Charlie. But like they were all called like BBQ coin and like some terrible.
Oh, you should have said. You should have said
BBQ
except
coin?
for Litecoin.
Is that what you said, Nick?
No,
Oh, you could have said except
they're-
for Litecoin.
Like barbecue
they were
coin?
the good
Barbecue
names
coin.
early. You know.
Oh, BBQ
Good.
coin's still here.
There was also Aurora coin, so you might have a trademark issue there, Crystal, too.
Aurora
Oh,
coin was,
Litecoin actually
Told
had
you,
a huge
every
pump
word.
back in the
that was
day.
airdrop. That one got a lot of press back in the day.
It had a
Oh, yeah.
huge pump. It went up
It
to
had a
like,
massive pump.
Yeah,
It was
like
like,
a
Iceland.
massive-
Oh,
Oh
remember,
my
remember the
gosh.
country coins? We had several country coins, country names. and
Aurora
city names.
coin was a country coin.
Yeah, it was
It's the-
That was
Iceland's coin.
Iceland.
Oh,
That was
that's right.
Icelandic coin. Yeah.
That is right. What happened to that? I remember now because I was looking it up to try to make a coin in her honor. It was
You can
the
just buy it. You don't have to make it. You can just buy
I
it.
remember this. They tried to airdrop it to the entire country. So all you
Yeah.
had to do was be a resident of Iceland and claim your tokens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted it.
And
There
then it
was-
pumped
there was-
to like $400.
There was another one though that was it was like for certain like indigenous peoples or something like that. I can't remember the name of that one.
Indigenous coin.
Yeah, it was like Navajo coin or something like that. It was just kind of, well, not kind of scammy. It was extremely scammy.
Okay, how about this? Let me ask you guys. Amongst this group, who has purchased the silliest coin? Who'd like to start admitting?
Oh, I mean, I've I've been in a lot of.
Has anyone bought a crypto kitty?
Crap.
Crypto
There's
kitty's
many
gotta be
silly
one of
ones
the
out
silliest.
there.
I bought and bred kitties. I have many crypto
Bought
kitties.
and bred kitties.
I was big into Pokemon Go. I didn't get into crypto kitties.
I spent a lot of money on crypto kitties back in the day.
Did you make money?
Yeah, I flipped crypto.
You flipped your kitties?
Yeah, I don't have any left.
Kitty.
Did people buy them? I could never figure out how to sell kitties.
What a kitty flipper.
Yeah,
Kitty
it's all
flipper.
kitties. You just had to pick the good traits, the good genetic traits.
So there was a game to it.
There's
That
kitty,
sounds like kitty trafficking.
You are a kitty trafficker.
it's like kitty phrenology.
Oh, I got. There was one I bought called Black Hole Coin, and it was this Chinese. It was Chinese coin, and
Put your money in it.
I was
Guess
just like, you know what,
One's
BCH.
timing out.
People are gonna confuse BHC with BCH, and it was on this Korean exchange or something, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy this and see if a bunch of people confuse BCH.
It's your action, by the
BHC.
way.
And what happened?
That's
Did you make money?
Alright,
It's
I'm gonna fold
delisted
there.
and it's
You can
disappeared.
like
like most of those like micro cap
what.
coins.
You just casually had the straight there.
Yeah.
I did.
Look.
Sorry, I
That's
forgot
wild.
to bet.
You had the straight.
I was
The
I was
turn
so
and the river.
was so into my black hole coin story. I forgot to bet.
Crystal, you got away with that lightly.
I did actually. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I should have bet more.
You
I
guys
was
were
telling the
checking
story.
everything.
You
Yeah.
could have cleaned you out there.
See, now black hole coin
Ask me
hurt you
Brad
twice.
question.
Brad.
What's that?
Now
It's
that
been
same
twice.
black hole coin hurt you twice.
Yeah.
The pain never stops, Bobby.
Oh, there was
Good
another one, ANC, a non-coin. It was really super low cap, like 50,000 market cap or something. It was one of those 2013-14 relics that somehow survived, and the developer was going to start doing it up again. So people were like degenerate betting on it, and I threw
remember
like, a little bit of money in that one.
I remember that one.
Hey,
It went to
Charlie.
yo bit.
Hey, Charlie. Do you remember IO coin? IO coin.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the summer of 11. So Charlie and I were mining that summer. We're mining Bitcoin, and for like a day or two, we switched over to mine IO coin. Trying to Charlie, how do you tell that story? This is before Litecoin even came online.
Well, IO coin was using the same mining algorithm as
Throwing money
Bitcoin,
away.
right? SHA-256. So
Throwing
they
it away.
had like a small pump, so it was more worthwhile to mine IO coin.
Ah,
Where did you trade IO coin?
Back then,
Yeah.
I remember IO coin.
There's some exchange. I forgot what it was. It was
I mean,
like small exchange.
it's probably BTCE. I
Were
can't-
there exchanges in 2011 aside from Gox?
Yeah, there were.
Bitcoin stock exchanges.
BTCE was out.
Yeah,
Really?
BTC
As
China
early
was
as
also out.
11?
Yeah.
That's me.
What was the very first alt? Was it Prime Coin? Or,
BBC coin?
Faircoin?
BBQ coin.
Namecoin was the
Barbecue.
first one.
Namecoin, right?
Yeah.
No, barbecue coin was the first one, wasn't it?
No.
Really? I thought barbecue
No.
coin was the
And
first one.
Like Namecoin was actually sort of like almost useful for something.
Was it kind
Yeah, I
of
thought that was
Handshake
the
almost?
first legitimate one.
What about
BB
that
BBQ
42
coin?
coin? That was a good one.
You put the word legitimate in that sentence.
No,
Name
for
coin because it had a
Namecoin.
purpose. I mean, it was like kind of an interesting concept at the time. It wasn't just
Well,
like let's fork
it-
Bitcoin and call it barbecue
No.
coin.
But if you think about it, it really did serve a legitimate purpose as it opened up the whole venue about other coins, right? Without it,
Barbecue coin or name coin?
the first one, whoever was first one.
Satoshi talked about Namecoin, right? On Bitcoin Talk.
Yeah, they were trying to make it part of Bitcoin, right? And he was saying just make it its own blockchain. Not everything has to be on Bitcoin. I think.
So he like endorsed altcoins.
Oh, look at that!
I was a bit gun shy. Haven't won the
Look
hand in a
at
while.
that.
Litecoin was a fork of Tenebricks. Do I have that right?
Yeah, you do.
No, that's incorrect.
No, you don't.
No, it's incorrect.
Hey, Charlie, hold on. Charlie,
Code-based
wait,
thing.
hold on a second,
Peter,
hold on a
why
second.
would you even
Wait, what
attempt
gives
to
you what
answer
gives
that?
you the authority?
Well, no, I can
Peter's
tell you.
Bitcoin was a fork of what?
Peter's
I
Clearly,
can tell
trying to
you-
Nick knows what he's talking about.
Nick
that?
knows why I said yes on that.
No, I'm saying clearly Nick and Peter know what they're talking about. What gives you the authority to talk about Litecoin, Charlie?
Nick knows why I agreed to that.
It was my understanding. that it
You
was a
guys talked
code-based
about it
fork of
on
Tenebricks.
your show, and it was incorrect. It's a code-based fork of Bitcoin actually. The reason why Tenebricks was a fork of Multicoin, which had like it was a lot of bugs in it. So
Nick, you spreading fake news on my podcast.
Yeah,
I'm not
definitely
even sorry.
fake news.
I'm not even sorry.
It was an
Jesus, you turned my
entertaining episode.
Wait, Charlie, you have to,
Yeah.
you have to see. I don't believe you unless you sign from the Litecoin Genesis block. I don't know who you're talking. Like, where's your credibility?
Look, okay,
The reason why
it's funny, but like, there's no good canonical history, so
Oh,
I
look at
am
that.
still holding you responsible, Charlie.
Yeah, the reason why people think it's a fork of Tenebricks is because it kind of came out of Tenebricks because Tenebricks used the script algorithm first, and then
You were
Fairbricks.
trying to say fork, and then you didn't say fork, but you were like that close to saying the word fork.
Well, Fairbricks forked from Tenebricks, and it was Tenebricks with zero pre-mine. I think you guys talked about that. And then Fairbricks failed because of a few bugs in Tenebricks in the multi-coin code. So I launched Litecoin off the Bitcoin code because of the multi-coin code is just crap. Right.
And you took script from Tenebricks.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that's fair.
And who were the first miners of Litecoin?
Humans, I believe.
So can you guys believe Charlie did not let me in on this? He didn't even tell me to start pre-mining it or start mining it.
Because I
Charlie,
don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
How did you pitch Litecoin? Was it the faster block times or the script thing or like a combo?
So it was like silver to Bitcoin's gold, right from the beginning. The idea was that
the message? Did you say that in 2011? That marketing?
Yeah,
message?
it was on the announcement page, right? So the thing was, Bitcoin was not CPU mineable, right? So it was hard for normal people to kind of get their Bitcoins unless they buy them on like Mt. Gox, right? So Litecoin became popular because you can actually run your PC and start mining Litecoin.
For a while, right?
For a while until Bitcoin moved
while,
to
actually.
A6. When Bitcoin moved to A6, Litecoin moved to GPU, and it kind of just happened that way where most of the Bitcoin GPUs went to mine Litecoin. So
Litecoin.
the reason why it succeeded, one of the reasons why it succeeded is because a lot of the early adopters of Litecoin were miners, right? Miners were like pushing for adoption of the coins. So initially, like CPU miners were pushing for Litecoin, and then Bitcoin GPU miners started mining Litecoin, and then they started pushing for Litecoin adoption. So it kind of like was
rode the wave. It rode the wave, right?
Well, Peter, you got to put a correction in that podcast episode now.
Yeah, you have to do a whole episode to say you're sorry.
An apology episode. That'd be a first for Peter, boy.
Whatever.
It is hard to dig through all the old Bitcoin talk though and get to the truth of something.
Nick, have you reviewed a lot of content on Bitcoin Talk?
I'm like an amateur crypto historian.
Oh yeah.
Not a good one, clearly.
Well, I would.
Well, that's
I
not a
would
big
say-
mistake. So
I would say you're a professional because who else is in that sphere?
Well, you can't get paid like reading old Bitcoin talk posts.
Okay, so
Peter,
Nick, I
Peter
have a
should have
question
paid
for
you for that episode,
Fucking
for all
pay
the
him.
knowledge you gave.
Peter, just lose
Yeah.
a big hand to me and we'll call it even.
I don't pay anyone.
Hey Nick, I have a question for you. So given that you're an amateur historian on this, what's your take on Scronty, the Bitcoin origin story? Scronty, Phil Wilson.
I read that one. Yeah.
Tell me.
I
That's a
don't know.
long story.
It
that
is
is a
long. It read like
ridiculously
elaborate
long
fanfic
story.
to me. I didn't believe it.
So you pay zero, what do you call it? Zero credit to it.
From what I recall of that one, he says like Bitcoin is him, like how like I think he says Craig Wright is involved too, right? Is that in the Scronty?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it was-
correct.
It was
He
Craig
says it's
Wright.
like a
Dave
conspiracy.
Craig
Kleiman,
Wright,
and
Craig
Tim
Wright
Knight.
hacked him or something like that and stole the email account or something like that.
It's the most like comprehensive Satoshi origin story I've read.
So are you giving it credibility, or it's still like how does it compare to the CSW story? How about that?
I don't think CSW has like a single story that he's like ever settled on, kind of thing. But
If you had to give odds, just Las Vegas odds on those two people, how would you give it?
But the problem is if you believe Scronti is
Yeah, you have to
early,
believe
then you have to
Craig
believe
Wright.
Craig
Yeah,
Wright. So
they're-
it's kind of dependent.
they're like joint probabilities. Yeah. I don't know. I put very low probabilities on both.
All right. Well, the real Satoshi, please stand up. Crystal, that's you.
I feel like Satoshi would just never proclaim himself to be Satoshi. That's all.
Yep.
I think that's the whole point of him staying anonymous.
You mean the point is not to come out and sue everyone and put all his coins in a trust?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be a very trappy approach. It's the opposite of what you'd expect Satoshi to do, but even then,
That's the devil's greatest trick.
Yeah.
Oh, and also patent everything.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
What's up with these?
Patents seem really in alignment with Bitcoin's original vision.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's still people that I got an email from a friend of mine who today actually who runs a pretty large fund. I think they're managing like 9 figures. And he's in this circle of fund managers and stuff, and someone sent him an email, and these guys are like laying out the case for why they think BSV is the real Bitcoin and CSW is Satoshi. And this guy's asking me, oh, these guys seem to have something here. Do you think this is true? So it's just crazy how that permeates up into the upper echelons of like fund managers and stuff who are still not aware of the space at all. And they're still falling for this stuff.
9 figures in traditional assets, or they're mostly
Like
in crypto?
actually, yeah, like 100 million or something like that. Like not super high 9.
Fund managers are like the most inclined to believe those conspiracies, though.
Maybe if we just say that Brock Pierce is the president, we can manifest it. Make others believe it.
He should sue Trump for being the president.
Brad, I think the CEO of like SBI is a big believer in Craig Wright, and he put a lot of money into BSV.
Into BSV?
Yeah,
or into some form, right? Either
I heard that story too.
Or
it's like a classic advanced.
I was wondering why SBI is the one that's the big Japanese fund, right? And they were when Bitcoin was proclaimed as money in Japan in 2016-17. It came out that they were like investing a ton of money into mining, and then when the fork happened, SBI switched to support BCH because they thought Satoshi was with BCH,
and now they're with
and they got wrecked. Like they lost so much money on all the ASIC mining they did. So it's kind of karmic or whatever that they're gonna go all in on that and then lose so much money.
Well,
then I just saw
eventually you run out of like other people's money.
Who's the other one? There's another one in Japan, not SBI, but some other similar fund that is backing Ripple.
SoftBank, right?
I think it's related to SoftBank.
Let me check.
SoftBank, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's SoftBank.
Cheeky here, Peter.
What they were doing was actually they invested in Ripple and they're backing Ripple, but they were actually supporting Bitcoin Cash. They were mining BCH and supporting BCH because they knew that.
That is brutal.
I'll show it all right.
Holy.
I'll show it all right.
Wow.
Okay, so we have to tweet about.
Oh
Peter,
my
right?
God.
I'm gonna send the tweet.
Yeah,
Put
but
him on
in fairness, Luke, you didn't have anything.
I didn't have
No,
anything.
you had it.
I did have it.
You thought,
King high there.
you thought I had you thought I had nothing on 45.
Wow, that was brutal.
We
That was brutal.
First
we
the
never,
hack,
for the
raise
record, we
the
never
50.
agreed to the bounty, and also that was suited, so it wasn't technically.
Yeah, it's got to be offsuit.
Yeah.
I'll take it against Luke.
King high there. I don't know if I could call anything.
No, of course you can't. Of course you can't fucking call that. It's a fucking re-raise of a raise. My first, it makes my first look like value.
I knew your first was invalid. I thought it just looked too thin. If you want value,
That's
there,
what I
you
thought
get
I
it in
had
the
to
turn.
do. I try to make it look like value.
Bullets.
Nice.
Gonna really hurt you all week, Luke, isn't it?
I just pulled
That,
it.
that might be the first hand tonight that's actually frustrating. It's genuinely frustrating.
You can't call that king.
I can't. I can never. Yeah, it's impossible. To call. I mean, it'd be an
like
awful
it's a
play if I
fucking-
did.
Yeah, it's a really
Charlie, it is SBI. That's who I'm thinking about.
But your line was so fishy. It almost makes me want to.
Yeah,
SBI
SBI
also invested in
backed Ripple. Yeah, they backed Ripple, and they're an XRP market maker, and
I
they
mean,
just
so did SoftBank, I think.
so maybe it's SBI is somehow linked to SoftBank.
Wait, isn't
The SBI is.
SBI is related to
stands
SoftBank?
for-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
SBI
the
is SoftBank.
investment arm. It used to be called SoftBank Investments, SBI.
But they I thought they separated.
Yeah, they did.
They want
They
to
did later.
get the toxic
Lane.
assets off the SoftBank balance sheet.
Yeah. Hey Peter, that was a great play, by the way. I have to give you props for that.
That was pretty amazing that you caught
That was
that
very good.
7.
And now we
Yeah.
know Peter really is the pro.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
you can make it all the way with the 2-7.
Your poker coach is worth it. Like it's worth it.
This guy's elite, man. Tell you what. God, wish I had anything. I would have called with a pair of 2s.
Yeah, but you say that hindsight. It's a re-raise of a raise. You've either got the 9, pocket pairs, or you're folding.
Yeah, pocket pair would have been.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
ace high is a nice call, but it's like God. I feel like you
Yeah,
have
ace high is
king
cool.
there.
You're not calling king high. Even ace high is a tough call there.
Yeah, I
It's
feel like you got a lot of.
fucking re-raise
Yeah. I feel like you have a lot of ace
freaking
kings.
knew it, man. I knew you were gonna steal.
Luke, what did you do, Luke?
What's this, Luke? A little tilty race?
Total tilt. I looked at the bet and I thought, how ignorant is it to call this with king high? I made the right decision. It's still just awful.
Oh,
You're gonna
Brad,
pick it up now.
there's a
Peter's gonna
DM.
core.
There's a DM. What does it say underneath? So if you move out of the screen, there's a letter DM behind you. You see it?
Yeah.
Right, I wonder what
You
that
guys
is.
just checked it
It's
down.
Devil Master.
What did I fold there?
I'm just not getting any pocket aces anymore.
They're quite rare, Brad.
So you got to
Oh,
really.
no, not for Charlie the other week. We had 3 in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I lost a lot of money from those pocket aces.
Really? So they're actually not that good then, eh? It like lulls you in. Lulls
Hey,
you
I'll
into
give you
bad
my
bets.
pocket aces if you give me your winning hands all day long. So Chris Hauser, did I
Yo.
pronounce your name correctly?
You got it.
Okay, tell me about those currency behind the wall, on the wall. Is that Venezuela or what country is that?
No, it's this guy does. There's actually Bitcoin on them. It's just fake currency. There's Julian Assange, Jack Dorsey, Ross
I
Ulbricht,
see.
Really?
Edward Snowden, and then the anonymous guy. And there's like 0.2 Bitcoin, 0.1 Bitcoin, like a small amount.
So what is it on there? Like private key data?
No, so actually there's just there's a public key on there, and then I have the private key separately. So I can't like give it to you and then be passing it like.
So it's
I
not
have-
it's not
I-
a bearer instrument. It's just
Exactly.
I see, I see.
It
So it doesn't really have Bitcoin on there. It's just
doesn't really have Bitcoin on it. There's an address that has Bitcoin on it that's
I
on
see.
the bill.
That's kind of silly. They should have just put the private key on there.
Better than a banana taped to a wall.
All right, who has it? Should I bet?
Someone's gonna call you.
I have a decent high spade.
Not good enough.
All right, I'll check. We'll see who has it.
Well, the 8 takes
Oh,
it.
look at this.
Dude, I thought I had a jack of spade.
And
Damn.
it's
Just read my
fucking
hand.
straight as well.
Almost got the
What a
spot
hand.
flush.
You should have bet. I might have folded.
Should have bet.
Probably
Totally
not
should
worth
have
it
bet.
though. Pot wasn't
I'm
that
on
big.
tilt.
Join me, Bobby.
All right,
Don't-
Luke.
Don't fold too easy, Charlie. Start calling you Luke.
Ooh.
He's got the 7-2.
When I'm no longer
Peter.
profitable in this game, P, I'll take those jabs. Until then, I'll lay down the king. I'm close, by the way. I'm close to not being profitable after this.
That was tough.
Overall,
That
All
was
right, come on.
what are you on about, Luke? What, like since we started playing?
Yeah, damn near. After tonight, yeah,
Really?
I'm done. I busted twice.
Is that counting flips or no?
Yeah, that counts flips. If I wouldn't have played flips, I'm up about $5,000.
Oh, hold on, you're like third place. I thought you were.
I busted twice tonight.
Yeah, but like that's $2,000. I thought you were up like a Bitcoin or something.
Closer to like.
All right, so you
0.3.
have it.
I have absolutely nothing.
All right,
Oh,
I
Um,
flopped it.
you don't like those turn river there.
I did not. It got worse and worse.
I mean, the river didn't matter.
Yeah, it got worse, then it kind of got
No,
better.
the river, because
The ri-
otherwise I had a king high flush. I could have been beat by a straight flush.
yeah, it was,
Oh,
an
that's
op-
right,
it was an
that's right. There was
open-ended
one
straight
card.
flush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was open ended. It got
But he
worse
could
and worse.
call you hoping for the chop.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad wakes up to aces, eh, Brad?
I'm not playing the Brad lottery. Knows what's going on.
I'll try to bust him.
Everybody's got the aces, eh?
Oh, triple aces, Brad.
Oh,
Slow play it. I like it.
I think Brad woke up with kings or queens here. He's having a sweat.
It always sucks to flop an ace when you have kings and queens.
it does.
Yeah.
But
It's like the
you're
worst
looking at
nightmare.
a straight here though.
Where?
Potentially.
Here?
Brad, have you got any fucking idea of the rules?
A little bit.
Oh my god.
Did someone pay you to say that, Brad?
I used to play when I was younger.
Oh, the jacks. Yeah. Oh, the ace. Though.
It's tough.
Is this like that film with Tom Cruise, the pool one? You're gonna come back next week and wipe us all out.
Yeah, just sharking everybody. Just pretending I don't know how to play.
See, I tried that. It didn't work.
I do get a little confused at what beats what.
All right, just next. I'll give you free advice. Just ask me, okay? Tell me whenever you need a help. You can either tell us or just show your phone.
Show the phone.
You can get like a printout and just like it's like a list. It's like high pair trips, whatever. No, 2 pair trips. Like it goes up.
Yeah. If you trust me, I'll send one to you, and you can refer to it.
just totally mess up the order.
Straight is better than the flush. I mean, if you think about it, the full house does look better than the 4 of a kind. I mean, the full house is like strong looking, you know. The 4 of a kind is kind of like that dangling card. I mean, anyone can have that, right?
Peter's gonna bet me.
Here we go.
Snap
Who has
call.
a 7?
Snap
Cool.
call.
Oh fucking hell, Brad!
I had something.
Brad, that's like a really good hand.
I know. I was trying to bait you in.
Yeah. So then you re-raise me. That well, I'd fold, but
I wasn't actually that confident. I didn't know if you had the 8 or something. So I figured 100. That's
so in that scenario,
Really
you've got to put me
fast.
on the flush, or you call it anything.
Or the straight.
You want to say hi? What? Oh, what are you doing? You want
Brad, it's up to you.
brush? Oh, sorry. I thought I folded. No, it's
Tell
not
your,
me.
wife to, tell your wife to say hello.
Oh, it's my daughter. Come say hi, Leah Beth.
Which one is she on the grid?
Oh, she's trying to get in.
You can't see her.
Hey, let me lift you up. There.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hi.
She's gonna do some painting.
I read your book,
Probably
Leah
not.
Beth.
What's your name?
What's your name? They said.
Leah Beth.
Leah has a book written about her.
Oh yeah, Chris bought my wife's book about you.
It's an awesome book.
Leah
Yeah,
Beth,
thank you very much.
Leah Beth, do you want to make your daddy some money?
Hold on. Here. She can't.
Oh, she can't hear.
There. She's got the headphones on now. Don't say any swear words.
Leah Beth, do you want to make your daddy some money?
I don't know.
You don't
Smart
know if you
answer.
want to make him some money.
So Leah
Well,
Beth,
if you do, tell your daddy to go and do some painting, and you take over the cards.
What did he say? Did he say he has pocket aces? All right, here.
You got a pretty cool dad there.
I thought you were supposed to play a game.
I am playing a game. We're playing poker. Oh, I told her I was playing a game. She thought I meant like Xbox.
Monopoly.
No, I didn't.
This is better.
I said, why?
wow. What happened, Chris?
Boom, boom, pow. What time does
What's
she go to bed,
interesting
Brad?
tonight?
That's late.
Can't let everyone just.
This is trying to play a hand.
All right. I think I have the winning hand.
Spada, do you know what's interesting tonight?
I have a good draw.
What's that?
What's up, Pete?
We haven't had a single runaway where someone's gone 4 or 5k up, and I think we've always had that.
Read.
You have 2-7.
I really want the tweets.
Peter's trying to remind us that it's always him.
I want the tweets.
It isn't always me.
There's been a lot of really
it
tough
isn't
hands.
always.
I'll do anything for tweets. It's really
Because there's
bad.
been so many split pots.
We never
Yeah.
agreed
Oh,
on
wait.
the bounty.
Chris had a massive
So
week
she has
last
no
week.
money left.
Yeah, Chris was definitely doing it last week.
Yeah, Luke had a massive week the week before. That other guy came in.
Simon had a
won
massive
lot, lost
run.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He ended up losing though, didn't he?
Yeah, I busted him.
Yeah.
Do not
By the
have a
end.
2-7.
That's a nice hand.
All right, sorry, Crystal.
Wow.
Sorry.
You know, Bobby, I had pocket sixes there, and I would have hit those straight on the river. That would have been just disgusting.
Wow.
You
that
wouldn't
was
have.
a
You wouldn't.
disaster.
You wouldn't have called it though.
No, I wouldn't have got there. No.
You wouldn't have got that.
They really wow. That was a 6. Would have been the river. River straight.
I may have got there because he had the 4 come on the turn, I think, and I'm still doing okay with only a
4, 5, 6, 7.
with the up and down.
They really haven't.
You're
been
right,
any
Pete.
big
This has been a
pots.
very
Chris, are you gonna buy in?
game.
A lot of like flowing back and forth. A lot of really sketchy hands.
Brad, what's that virtual background you have now? Looks like you're in some shed.
That's his real room. That's not his background. That's
Yeah,
his-
this is-
Sorry, that's a steal.
See, that's his
This
real
is
room. The other one was the background.
This is all I can afford after buying twice.
You had to sell his house, right? You had to sell his
Yeah.
house in exchange.
You need to keep a Zoom background on like all the time, I guess.
That's awesome.
Well, we got block folioed in the chat. You guys see that?
What happened?
What
Look
happened?
Look in the chat client on the like block folioed is looking and he's in the game.
In what game?
Ed's
This
waiting.
game.
Oh,
Oh,
Are you
he's
talking about the
that?
live stream?
Oh, just in the poker game.
In the poker.
in the
client.
chat.
yeah.
So he's like in
We
the
did.
room.
We didn't change the password. Next time we'll change the password.
He's in the room
Uh,
just chilling.
What do you say? Lee's collide.
When Lees collide.
I
Let's
see.
see
He
play
wants me to
hands.
go
This
head
is-
up. Heads up with Charlie.
He's ready to buy in.
Hey, Luke.
I think Luke went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. No, I said while Luke is getting his massage, you can't turn off your lights, okay?
Okay.
Chris,
I
that was
promise,
very
bro.
out of character for you on that river.
Why? You think I'd raise it there?
Normally, yeah. Normally you'd go like 400.
Yeah.
And then
I
I'd
knew
be
you
sat there
had.
going,
I,
I'd be
I
sat there
thought you
going,
had the
"Ugh."
ace.
I would be
wouldn't have-
sat
you
there
wouldn't have-
really. I don't know, man. Like
You wouldn't have called there.
Somebody mute Luke. I think they're having an argument.
I don't put you re-raising. I don't put you doing a pre-raise on the flop with the 2-2.
Nick,
no.
I think you can mute him.
You put
Why
me
would
on
I
like an
be
ace
able to
king,
mute him?
right? Or ace queen.
I always think it's odd to pre-raise with a low pocket pair. Like you want as many callers as possible and hit that trips, right? Unless you're gonna go through and do what you did, but then you got to go aggressive.
What does muck
Well,
card
not really
mean?
because of my position, right? So
You
I'm,
just
I'm
don't
on,
show them.
I'm on the dealer.
Oh no, I want to show them.
Mm,
I had a good
And
hand.
I can control the hand if no one hits, or there's a lot of things you can do from that position. You get out a bunch of hands that would beat you anyways, right?
yeah, I know, but it's.
Technically an ace 10 offsuit. Well, I guess I think you were technically on the button, so that's a call. But if you weren't on the button and you're out of position, ace 10 offsuit, it's not really a pre-flop call.
Bobby Lee bet 60.
I mean, I just did what my coach told me.
No, listen, I get it.
Oh, Brad, did I not tell you? I'm actually not in this hand. This is Charlie. He and I switched user handles.
Oh.
Charlie, you should do what you did to Ryan that week, where you took a picture of him and then put it as your background and moved out. That was phenomenal. I love that.
I'm back.
Back.
All right, Luke, what do you have?
I'll show you if you fold, or if you call, you get to see it for free. You get to see it just for fun.
I'll fold and you can show.
All right.
Nice.
Oh. Nothing.
Actually, I had a suited hearts. So if the hearts came out, it would have been explosive.
I had two nines, I think.
It would have been expensive to see two more hearts. You bet all your queens there, Bobby? If you have a queen there, you probably bet there, right?
In that hand, let me see, where was that?
Queen, king, queen.
Oh yeah. I would have bet that, of course. Why?
Well, that's what I figured. I figured if you had a queen, you'd bet it. You confirmed it.
Of course, always. I never check raise.
Just stealing my blinds.
You check raised me in this game. Check raised me tonight. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Well, Peter never bluffs, right? So.
Yeah.
No, I do. I usually bluff once an evening.
Okay, everything else was a lie, but I'll tell you, I'll never. Wait, hold on. I forgot how to say this.
Bobby, don't even bother.
Yeah, Bob.
Okay, give it a rest over there.
Where is king queen?
Hey Charlie, it would be cool if we actually switched handles and logged in, and not played with the other guy's handle.
Yeah, but
It
you
would
can't
be
say
cool
anything
if
for a while.
for the whole night, and people would be confused.
Yeah. It would be cooler if we actually colluded and told each other our hands.
Whoa.
See, it doesn't. I don't think it really helps that much.
Hard stop.
It would be cool if we colluded.
Don't like Postulus,
It wouldn't be.
I think you need
Apostle, that's a good
you need
shout-out.
4 people. You need 4 people. I think that's when the odds turn in your favor.
4
Wait, let me check
people.
my crutch.
Jesus. If there's 4 of us colluding.
If you watch me do this before making a
Yeah.
move, then you know something's wrong.
Do you know what happens every time I touch my chin?
Is that a sign?
It starts itching.
What does that mean?
That's a signal to someone else.
You have a scratch?
A signal. Notice every time I change the background, take on my hat. Brad, your background green screen, is very artistic. Is that a virtual background or?
This is the workout room.
What's that blue thing there? That swing.
One sec,
looking
I
thing.
gotta calculate here and see if I won.
Your king's good, Brad.
You don't have a straight flush.
King is a.
Bet 138 again if you don't have it.
You have a
Need
flush.
king.
You have
You
a
need
flush.
king.
Hey, Brad. Also, there's no more cards coming out. This is it.
There's not a
What?
sixth one.
What?
What's that game? Is it
Snap call.
Seven
Snap
cards.
call.
Is it 7
He's
card
got a
stud?
king.
Which game has a 6 streak?
Oh,
He has the king.
Oh, nice.
I thought I had it.
You
Don't
did
need to
that,
raise,
yeah.
Brad. No point in
You
raising
had the
there.
best hand on
The whole time.
the whole time.
Are there any more questions from the people
Big
watching?
20.
I think it'd be nice to talk to them.
there's like an elaborate conversation in here about Bitcoin script.
Yeah, it's
There's
scaling
no
with Lightning.
questions. Yeah, it's just like a fairly technical discussion.
That's like a question from like 5 years ago. Come on.
If anybody has questions, ask away.
Yeah. Keep them
One
Can
interested.
we ask questions?
What a nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Has anyone ever made a USA token?
What's a
I
USA
imagine
token?
on
I'm sure I've
on
Are you talking
Yo.
about,
Actually, a city just made a coin. A city in Washington, I believe. Nick, you might have seen that.
Why would I have seen that?
It just feels like something you'd know about.
Washington State?
No, there's a state in the United States that just made their own. They printed their own currency in the past week.
Or
Why?
All right, I just searched market cap. There is no USA coin.
There's about 8 USA coins on Etherscan, though.
Oh, is there?
well, you asked my mission. I think I would make USA coin. It'll be universal sustenance for all. We'll try Iceland's method again.
You'll print as many as needed, right?
Exactly.
And who do you give it to?
Unlimited.
Can Canadians get it?
Well, as soon as you let us back in the country, but for now, I think it's
It's gonna
all
be a
about.
long time,
that.
Chris.
Yeah, there's a town in Washington
That'd
that printed their own.
be a great idea, to be honest with you. To do that as part of the campaign. That'd be interesting.
I think it would be a good idea. I mean, maybe not the universal basic income aspect because that seems to be a flawed model, but somehow getting the country really engaged in crypto, starting with the government.
Yeah, they got to give out the $1,200 checks in Bitcoin. That would spur adoption. Wasn't Andrew Yang really into Bitcoin at some point? Or not really into it, but wasn't he saying something about Bitcoin? Or was it just people joking about FBI checks in Bitcoin?
I think he was definitely open to it, but a lot of those stimulus checks are going to Bitcoin. Like people put them into
That's
Robinhood
true.
or Coinbase or wherever. I don't.
Yeah,
Can you get
wasn't
Bitcoin
it-
through Robinhood?
I think Brian Armstrong tweeted that the amount of purchases at $1,200 like spiked up after the stimulus checks went out.
They did, yeah, on Coinbase.
Would it be more efficient for the stimulus checks to be distributed through a digital method though? Because I know a lot of deceased people got them. My mom passed in November and received the stimulus payout. So I wonder.
Do you guys get to keep it in her account?
I don't know actually the answer to that question. I'm currently working through a lot of financial conversations, but it seems to be extremely inefficient to put things in the mail, including votes.
They mailed one to Canada to my wife, and she's lived here for 10 years, but she's American. I don't think she qualifies, but they still mailed one to her.
So for some people, they might not like switching to digital system, and for others, it might be faster.
I think it should be an option.
The common argument I hear against it is that even from bankers, from the big bankers, is that once the government gets involved with that sort of thing and they digitize the central bank at the central bank level, it's basically giving up all your privacy because now they have a stranglehold on you.
Oh my
Got
god.
it.
Oh, what the hell?
Good hand.
Wow.
Bobby, you're calling that and giving me a heart attack, man. What the fuck are you calling that for?
Holy
Good
shit.
hand, good hand. I had a call. I had a draw.
Top
No,
pair
you
with
didn't have to call.
nut
You
flush.
definitely did not have to
You
call
had
that.
top pair with a nut flush.
I
Nut
got
flush
it.
Yeah,
draw.
you're
It's
calling
hard
that
to
all
pull,
day.
but
You're
That's a
putting
call.
in more money with that.
It is a big raise though. It's a very big raise.
No, I don't mean logically why is he doing it. I'm just like, don't fucking give me that heart attack.
Big hand. Oh.
I don't know, Peter. You're kind of earning your medal.
Fucking Peter, eh? This is just.
Peter.
Oh.
Peter's good.
Once
Peter's
again.
good.
Peter show, man.
Unbelievable.
Once again.
Unbelievable.
I'm not even gonna fight it. I want to meet your coach.
Yeah, you gotta hook us up, man. You gotta hook
Snap
us up. What,
re-raise.
what's
Hey,
his or her
Crystal.
name?
Crystal, I have an interesting question about Brock's position. What's his take on pardoning Ross Albright? Does he have a position on that, or is he gonna say anything about that?
I think it's extremely controversial, and I definitely don't want to be recorded for having put any words in anyone's mouth. But my position is that, first of all, we contribute greatly to anyone who's been wrongfully incarcerated, and we do back organizations that are working to support, those who should be not incarcerated. And in this case, I think that there are a lot of different perspectives. I don't really know the case enough to be able to say what I believe, other than if it's just simply about facilitating a decentralized e-commerce system, then no, he shouldn't be in jail. That's the thing about decentralization. I don't know him personally, so I don't know if he's ever had any wrongdoings, but we shouldn't, and no one should be responsible for what others do on their systems if they build a technology. Just like Microsoft shouldn't be responsible for Tay, the AI, being a total asshole after learning about Twitter,
Yeah.
I think on the whole, the for-profit prison system needs to be changed. And
Yeah.
with Ross specifically, I mean, yeah, he was given an extremely harsh punishment, and I think that can be definitely reduced. He's probably served well over the time he should have by now.
But I gotta say, Crystal, that was a great first lady answer.
That's a pretty good answer. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to
Really
semi-avoid
good
things,
answer.
but I can speak for myself, and I think he should be freed. And I think many people who are incarcerated should be freed, because a lot of them could do a lot better things with rehabilitation programs, or, they're entrepreneurs. Let them live.
He's a non-violent offender.
So, Crystal, when did you know that he was going to run for president? How much notice? Like, was this something in discussion for a long time? Was it a spur of the moment decision?
What day did he announce? 4th of July? I think it was maybe the 3rd of July, or no, he announced on the 4th of July. So first of all, to answer that question honestly, I've always known Brock was going to run for president. From the moment I met him, he had that ambition to basically disrupt any system that is, epically, like, can I cuss on this channel? I won't say the word, but like anything that is screwed up, Brock has disrupted already. He's been part of what we're all part of, disrupting the global financial system. But in general, he's a risk taker too, and he's willing to put himself out there.
His hand.
Oh, the
It's a 7-4 though. Do I still get a little bit of credit for the 7-4?
No, only 7 deuce.
And it was suited too, so
Offsuit.
yeah, no dice.
while she was giving a speech,
I
she
know.
got that. She got that hand.
Pretty good.
I've always known he was gonna do something big, and I think we should support him.
Yeah, especially if you legalize online poker.
Yeah, the World Series of Poker is going on right now, and but you have to be in Nevada or New Jersey, I think.
Oh,
or
really?
outside
A
the
World
US.
Series poker player.
Can you play online, or is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh, dude,
online. It's on
Dude, I'm gonna
GG
play right now.
Poker and somewhere else.
Huh.
So, WSOP.com?
Yeah. If
How many
you,
people bought into the main event this year?
I mean, it hasn't started yet.
Wait, it starts at
They're
3
they're
p.m. What
they're
do you say?
legit doing like 60 events.
They're really doing the full suite of events.
Not the full suite, but a lot of them, yeah.
It's just not the same online.
Yeah, but it's better than not having it.
How many times do you think people have said that same phrase since March?
Lots.
Everything has gone digital.
No hold'em, 6 max. Event number 9, 1,000 buy-in. Wow, goodness, I gotta play this.
Here, I'll post the schedule in the chat.
Peter's got the 7-2 again.
It's too bad. You need a 7-3 for this hand.
All right, I'm gonna fold this. I'll show you what that swing is.
You're gonna show us?
Swing?
See, that
wow,
was
are
his
you
real
getting
room.
real
See,
young?
it's not his.
Is that a sex swing or
I don't know if I want to know the
totally
answer to
is.
that.
What the
what's
hell
going on back
He's
there?
practicing for Cirque du Soleil.
Oh gosh.
That could
Hey,
be a
Brad, can
sex
you hear
swing.
us?
Actually,
I
bet
can't.
stretching like that feels pretty good.
Can you hear us? That was a good massage machine that allows you to do that.
Oh yeah, I need back massaging and back decompression. Holding Bitcoin is tough on your back. That thing is amazing though. Everybody should get one. Just hang upside down on it.
Stretch out your spine. Looks good.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Look at all these flush draws.
I like how Nick and Chris now went to the same room.
Yeah, got the same bookshelf.
It looks very similar.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Are you
Good
guys
lens.
using the Zoom background app too?
what's that?
These are real books. There's some real ass books back there.
Oh, Chris stole his background.
Wait, I'm confused. Who has the real background? What's going on
Did
there?
you steal my background?
How did you do that?
It's really great.
Nick, is that your real?
Like, here's some real ass books. Why don't you take a book out of your background?
Have you guys seen the Zoom trick? You just record a video of yourself looking at the screen, looking really normal, and then you use that as your video background and like get
Walk
No,
away.
but that's impressive. That Chris got Nick's background.
You can get other Chris's background right now. He's left.
Those aren't my books. Those are different books.
I might get this one.
Get Chris's
Oh,
background
you did
also.
it. You did it when he left. Nice. Let's all do it.
No way.
Let's all do it.
Nick was all confused. Like, wait a minute, those books.
Yeah, let's all do it. Let's all
Are they
do it.
really?
Let's get
Those, like,
get
the
Chris's
equivalent of my
background.
books?
Spider Boon's background.
I can hear you.
Ah!
Really funny.
Blocked.
Then we'll just get your hand.
Good try, Charlie. Try to
Not my
rally the
idea.
troops.
What we need is Brad's background. That's legit.
Yeah.
Brad.
Send us the image file, Brad.
There's a lot of. There's so much.
All right,
inflated
all right, someone get it.
equipment.
I'm back.
Cottaging. This cottage is sick.
That was just sweet. Totally. Wish I could be there.
It's great. All right, we're gonna take Charlie's background now.
It's actually a pretty good
Yeah.
head.
It's a good one for sure.
You can probably find Charlie's background on Google.
You know what? By the way, I just want to say, like, I don't want anyone locked away who is attempting to innovate ever. You know, if some governing body thinks it's unfair that you've innovated around them, like, I think that's
All
one
right,
of the.
I'm gonna go all in. Take all your blinds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, cool.
Someone's calling.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I would have
All
called
right,
that
Peter
too.
has to call. Peter owes me some money.
Call. Come on.
Brad, why are you calling?
And I actually have pretty decent cards, but I don't know if
Peter,
I
you
want
should reshove. There's no way Brad
Let's
wants
see
to be all
3
in
calls.
to gamble.
Pete,
No,
reshove that.
No, I'm gonna let Brad play. Brad could do fucking anything and have anything. Brad could have 3 6s right now.
Brad's in the cottage, so he's got superpowers. He can rig the deck now.
Oh man.
Oh,
I don't
you.
need-
Well, I'm not winning this.
Oh man, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got
Oh,
it. Look at that. Look at
You
that.
got the flush
Look
too.
at that. And
Bobby
you thought you
took
had
it.
it.
That is
Damn.
crazy.
He only had 100
Pretty
bucks.
Dude, that pair of 6 saved me in the flop.
Was that a good call for me? Ace 10 like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
No, but what's amazing is that you thought you had the high flush.
The thing is, if you call that, you have to be prepared to call your remaining 600 when if Pete shoves.
Yeah, I was
Peter
hoping
got
Peter
the
was
100.
gonna be nice to me and just let me play, because I wasn't confident in the rest of the hand.
Who won the side pot there? If
There is
was
no
one.
side pot,
Who
but
would've-
Brad would have won
Just
it.
checked it down.
would've won it?
You guys are not gonna like this.
Who said that?
Bobby.
Bobby? Oh no. Oh come on. I
You
gotta
can't fold now,
see
Brad.
it.
You can't
Nah,
check
yeah.
fold now.
What the?
Oh come on!
Oh, yes! I got it again!
What? I had that.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Oh my
Well,
god.
that was a good call, right? I had the 3
No,
4s.
for sure that was a good call. You
He sucked out on it.
had the best hand.
I'm gonna lose all my money here. What the heck?
Good luck over there.
Jeez.
Just break another open dime open.
Bobby, you hit both rivers, huh?
I hit both rivers.
Yeah, he's
That's
getting
right.
the hands there.
That's my middle name, Bobby River Lee.
Crack open a Casacius physical Bitcoin.
What did you say I'm supposed to do when I have 2 aces?
Hey,
You're supposed to check raise.
that's a perfect hand for your aces, Brad.
It is.
Okay, I'm going all in then.
Show it.
Folded. Show it.
Oh, I couldn't. It is aces though.
Bobby was down to like 100 and change.
Yeah, he took all my money.
Triple up and a double up.
Well, it just happened, Brad, when you changed your background. So that might be an omen. I think, Chris,
Is this the bad luck background?
it is.
No,
I think-
So speaking of the background, Chris, Brad actually has the version. You have the smaller crop version. So I think you have the fake one.
Oh, okay. How can I prove this?
You gotta figure it out.
Everyone else has the SWAT mosquitoes.
You need to
Yeah, you
interact
gotta
with the
mosquitoes.
background.
That definitely makes it authentic, for sure. You have to have the right technique, though, Brad. It has to be the double hand, quick, very fast.
Just do it in front of you. Just do it like this.
There's some mosquitoes in the Star Destroyer also. Kind of
Yeah.
annoying.
Get rid of those, Charlie.
You can get the plans for the 3D printed laser guided mosquito killer. There is one on the market. So definitely in the Death Star, you guys should have one of those.
For
The
sure.
laser guided mosquito killer. That
Yeah.
sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a 3D printed set of blueprints.
But
I'm just going to use the Death Star weapon on it.
No
Doesn't
guarantees if
laser-
it works or if it just shoots you in the eye.
You can't make a laser with just like filament, though, right?
I think you
Keeps
can
filling
buy
up a
the
drink.
laser part, but you can 3D print the other part, and then it requires software that tracks them.
I just got the cottage sprayed a few days ago with pesticides.
Is that
was
software audited?
Well, this can't be a big pot here. I should probably raise it up, right?
Is it because you're not straddling that you feel like you need to raise? Like it's just compulsion?
Yeah, well, I didn't. This time for sure. I can't.
Yeah, that was good of you, Chris.
No problem, Nick.
Good no raise.
Where's Peter? What happened to Peter?
He's filling up his drink.
Definitely. Huge raise, Nick. I don't know.
I knew I would get some folds.
Oh, if I can afford that.
I'm folding to your bluff.
See, look, I got 2 people to fold.
There you
Probably
go.
Three people.
That was just a great raise. What can I say?
I need to savor every 10 cents left.
It's actually dollars.
You're
Brad, you
down.
should just...
Brad, I don't know if you knew this, but those are actually dollars.
No, I sent you I sent you BCH, not BTC.
Holy shit!
Someone tell me. what we're playing
Holy
for.
shit!
Can we buy back in with Satoshis?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Wow.
I forgot to tell you, the flush
another
beats a
river.
straight.
That's fucking brutal.
Another river.
That's what you get for those little 10 bets.
I mean, I didn't have the straight till the river either.
Fuck.
Bobby's
come
running.
back here,
He's got a
man,
lot.
yeah.
He's really running right now.
It's a grand in like 4 hands.
You know, it's only a 0.1 Bitcoin. That's really doesn't quite excite me the way
Just
it used to.
pixels. It's just pixels.
You know, back in the old days, $1,000 can buy you like 10 Bitcoins.
Yeah. Most people sold them though when it went to 30.
Yeah, I remember that. April 2013. Or was it February? I think it was February 2013. It crossed like $26. Do you guys remember that?
The first time was June or July, I think, 2011. And then it went down to 2 and then
run
yeah.
to 30.
and then rose back up.
It was more like April that went to 30. I know because I bought at 30.
I know because I said it was too expensive. In 2014, though, I won 200 Bitcoin for a hackathon that I built a Bitcoin-based file sharing system, and then I had it all on one phone, and I lost.
Oh no! Don't. Oh, no!
Brutal.
That's rough.
What was the phone? What model?
It was an iPhone.
And what wallet did you use?
I used a wallet called Bread Wallet.
Oh,
I
Red
remember
Wallet.
that.
You ever hear of that one?
You had
And I-
200 Bitcoins on the Bread Wallet on an iPhone with no backup.
Yes.
That was a pretty big hackathon prize because it was like between 200 to
Do you,
1,000.
do you still have the
that
address,
year.
Crystal?
120 or something like that at the time. I think it was like, so it was like
Oh.
20 grand.
Yeah, geez.
Good lord, that's a chunky hackathon prize. It must have been a good. What
Was-
did you do to win it?
I built a file sharing system. It was called Anonybox. So it obscured your files, mostly photos, until you paid a microtransaction of Bitcoin to unlock them. The idea was to help content creators stop having their photos stolen for Twitter and other networks without getting paid. And we uploaded a bunch of pictures of cats licking their paws and in like mosaic. So you really want to see what's behind the picture. So you pay Bitcoin. So I earned a bunch of Bitcoin just based on people downloading the photos
Cool.
Okay. Gotcha.
because it was obscured and I thought it was interesting.
Pretty good, Nick. I had 3 8s. I
Good hand,
just
Nick.
feel like calling.
It's good when Kings win.
Yeah, it's nice when they win.
Hey Luke, would you put me on that last time?
Probably better than me.
You don't put me on anything in particular?
At least an ace, right? Even your jacks were higher than my jack.
I had an ace, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Luke, where you been? I feel like you've been quiet for an hour.
You know,
He's grinding, man. He's grinding right now.
I'm in the dumps right now, man. I'm just getting shredded a lot.
Every week,
Shredded
dude.
He's
alive.
grinding over here.
This is your mood every single week, bro.
Getting shredded.
You're still straddling though.
Oh,
What does that mean?
All night.
I don't know. It's Chris and Luke always straddle. It's their thing.
I'll straddle.
What's a straddle mean?
That it automatically bumps. It automatically
Brad.
bumps to 20 before.
So right now,
Still-
Brad, the blinds are 5 and 10. If you
Yeah.
straddle, it's 5, 10, and 20. So there's 3 blinds.
Oh, that's why somebody keeps
you guys
going.
are you guys are falling into his trap. He totally knows what he's doing.
Just keep waiting for that sixth card. Just
Play that part. You know, we need one person to play that part.
Hey, you know, I wish we could do a home game where we could do the where we rotate in dealer's choice, play different games, play play some stud, play some
Yeah.
Raz.
You can probably set up horse or something on this instead of just hold them.
Who wants to play PLO?
Yeah, PL is fun.
I think they do have horse actually, Chris. And it just constantly
Raz.
switches the green.
Yeah, Raz is fun too. Raz. Have you guys played Raz? It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's like stud, but
Low
reverse.
ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Reverse stud.
How about reverse totem? That could be fun.
How would that work?
Just play the low hand.
You have to have the
Peter
worst
with
hand.
all those
Absolute low hand. You
chips.
can't have. Yeah, you can't
Awesome.
have. You can't have a straight. You can't have a pair. It's gotta
Well, I
be
mean, your
cards.
best hand. Whoever has the lowest best hand wins, right? It's just the opposite.
That would be easy in this game. Everybody goes in with the 7-2.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
but you have
seven
to have a
flops.
7-2, right? And then that's
7-2
when
is
you
like
keep-
aces, right? You'll
No,
raise the
actually,
flop.
pocket aces are the worst hand in this game.
2-3 is the worst hand for that kind of play, I think.
It's probably true.
I don't know about these
Charlie,
big
it
guys.
2-3 can be good, Charlie, as long as you don't hit. Right, Raz is like that. We should totally try to play Raz.
That's fun, man. I really like that idea.
And then stud, right? You got to draw 6th Street and 7th Street. Or was that? Is that? I can't remember my games now.
Mm-hmm. You get two down, 1 up, and then there's
How many more?
3 down, and then the last card. No, 3 up, and then the last card's down.
So how many total? How many?
7.
7.
But there's no like community cards like there is.
Yeah.
in-
So it's there. So there is a 6th Street, right? That's considered 6th Street. Or no?
I guess so. I'm not sure.
I
Yeah,
haven't
it must be.
played
It
in
must
like
be because
15
you got
years.
3, and then 4th, 5th, 6th, and then 7th is down.
Yeah.
I think I went too far in that one.
It used to be that used to be poker for many years. Like Holden didn't come into the scene until about 20 years ago,
Mhm.
25 years ago.
Oh, 2 pairs, nice.
I'm glad I didn't raise.
All right, have a good hand.
How late are people playing?
I gotta dig myself out of this hole.
I'm with you.
So
I've been
you're up.
trying. I've been trying.
I'm basically on until I'm out of the hole.
Could be.
So
days.
so it's Peter and Chris, the usual suspects.
Great.
Checks all around. All right. I'm cool with that.
Checks all around. It's like a pandemic.
So Chris, so I forgot to ask you. I think, or maybe I forgot. I didn't hear your answer. So when your deceased mother got that check for $1,200, do you guys get to keep it?
I think so. I'm not sure. We're the stewards of her bank account right now, but I have a lot of other issues, so it's with a lawyer. I'm thinking yes.
I don't know with 100% certainty, but I think you're right. Who was talking about it? Someone was talking about it on a podcast.
We just have to deposit it with her bank account app.
Yeah.
But you said it's already in her bank account, right? Or no? It's just check.
No, she received it. I think she received a check. I don't
But
have.
I think so. So you should, just for some friendly advice. You should double check before you deposit with her bank account, because that could lead to some, criminal activity if you're depositing someone else's check.
Mm.
Right, because if your mom has passed away, right? So
Yeah, unfortunately. Don't ride motorcycles is a lesson.
wow.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry to hear that, Crystal.
She was a badass and a risk taker.
Harley.
Yeah. With her husband on the same bike.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, they love life. Yeah, we have a lot of open things to deal with over that, but I'll let you know.
Reaction.
What are you thinking about over there, Brad? What the hell is going on? Come on.
Well,
He's actually
thought
brings up an
process
interesting
here.
topic. Like when people die, is that an event that the government knows about? Or is that one of those private things people don't know about? Like when people get married, governments know that people get married. The question, when people die, do governments know?
They don't necessarily know.
They do if they check your Facebook, which they do.
That's tough.
The government knows more about you from your Facebook than almost any other source. Like, definitely don't ever post a photo of yourself in a car accident, because that gets to insurance companies.
And what increases your rates?
Yeah, they have so much metadata on the photos that you don't know about, that they're tagging in the background without your knowledge and passing that along for profit.
I see.
Yeah, this cottage isn't working out for me. I gotta leave it.
Yeah, get out of there.
Hey, man, thanks for the visit.
Yeah, it's haunted.
I'm
terrible.
trying something different.
I might
Copying
as
the
well.
back.
Charlie, I like your background.
Come to Iceland.
Charlie, what you should do is you should reverse it, right?
Oh, you found.
Oh, you actually did reverse it, so you're on the other side of the statue.
Hold on. I got to screenshot that.
Hey,
fucking-
Peter, Charlie's on the other side of you.
Charlie,
Look back.
I think I should try and get everyone to Bedford at some point.
I'm
Peter,
actually
slide to the left
I'm
so we
actually
can see
here
Peter
at-
behind you.
at Bedford.
Pete,
Peter.
I'll come to
I'm actually
Bedford.
physically here.
He landed. His Star Destroyer landed in Bedford.
When the flights are going, I will organize the Bedford Bitcoin conference, and you're all welcome.
Are you gonna
But
pay
you're not
for
going to
my
invite
flights?
us? Peter, come on. You can at least afford to invite us. Fly
Yeah,
us out
come
there,
on,
right?
dude. With this, all
your
this,
winnings.
Yeah,
you're taking our money.
Fair enough.
Pay for the flights.
What's the population of Bedford?
I don't know, 100,000, 300. I don't know. I mean, in fairness, even if I pay for your flights, you've kind of all paid for it. So
Big kingdom.
Good fold, Chris.
I mean, more like Luke's paid for you all.
And Queen, to be specific.
I got to double up here, guys.
You queens?
King, Queen. King, Queen.
What about King Queen?
That's what I had last time.
I got to get every one of you guys in on my 53 all in, and then I can come back.
Brad, I'll call
You
on it.
can
If
add
you
more
go all in
picks
next
right
hand,
now.
we should all flip 53 next hand.
Brad, you can
That'd
add
be
more.
fun.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's have
Everyone flip 53 next hand. That'd be really fun.
What's that mean?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
You just
So
have to
you-
check it down. Everyone
Okay,
has
let's
to
do
do
it.
it. Everyone has
Let's
to
do
do
that
that
Check it
first.
down.
What is it?
Yeah.
Everybody bet 53 and just
And then
check it
check
down.
it
to the
down.
end.
Is everyone
no
in?
matter what you
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah,
idea.
doing it.
I like that a lot.
Wait,
So
man.
so Pete's
We all
gonna
have
have
to
to
do it
bet
right now?
53 here.
Yeah, right
regardless?
now.
Right now,
just-
right now.
Right now.
I
Pete
might
just
lose a
bet
hand.
53.
53.
My hand.
Unless-
just
What
said-
if someone
All in.
breaks a rule?
I don't know. I got a
You're
good
not
hand.
allowed to break. You're not allowed to
My
break.
And you
hand
don't
is-
get
Just
an
call
emoji.
and no more bets, right?
I might bump it up a little bit.
Yeah. Right.
Whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna bump it up
whoa.
to 53.
Woohoo!
Oh.
Here we
So
go, Brad.
where's the story?
Here's your
What's
double
the
up,
story
Brad.
behind this?
All
Wait,
right.
that'd be
We have to
funny if
check it
Brad
down.
folded. That'd be funny
got-
if Brad folded.
Yeah, I should have
Brad,
folded.
don't press any. Don't touch any buttons.
What's
You're
this?
all in?
Do I hit the straddle button here? Or?
You hit the call any check button.
Oh.
Wait, what's the rule behind this? Someone tell me. Explain to
Oh
me.
no. I'm
Someone's
ahead, but I
winning
feel like I'm-
500 bucks here. This is
One of
what's
you
happening.
fuckers is gonna suck
I
out.
hope
on
someone
me.
wins
I
it with
hope
a
it's
fucking
me.
shitty hand.
I need a
I got a
queen
7.
or
Oh
an eight.
no!
I got a
Bad
I have an
7.
ace.
I need a
Queen
7.
or an eight. Eight
Someone
or
have an
queen?
ace?
I'm ahead.
Eight
I'm
or
ahead.
queen?
Winning.
You have an ace?
I folded.
Oh.
Do you want me to bet more? Because I'm winning.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so close to a straight.
Come on.
Well, that's
I'll give
not.
it
That's
to
not.
Brad.
You don't. That's not 500. I'm confused, you guys.
I'm gonna give it back to Brad.
Oh, you sucked out.
Who got that? Oh wow.
Jack
Jack
4.
and a
Oh.
4. Jack and a 4.
That's a hell
Thank
of
you
a
so
fold.
much, Luke. That was a really good idea.
I wanted Brad to double up right
I
there. I'll
got
take
7
it.
tokens back to
Yeah,
Brad.
I wish I had a
That
better
was a bad
hand.
idea.
Octuple
That was a
up.
bad idea.
Thanks,
Can I
though,
get a
guys.
refund? That was a
Appreciate
bad
it.
idea.
I would have never gone in on that hand.
And you won. Nice.
That was a $500 pot.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna give you tokens back. How do I give you tokens back, Brad?
I'll be honest. We should do.
Hey, why are
more
we
of
giving
those.
Brad
Those are
tokens
really
back?
fun.
I should get some tokens back.
Like I do that like a lot actually.
We
Why
don't
don't we just play
that.
Satoshi Dice
Dude.
instead?
Chris, you know it'd be fun? Top of the hour if we did like a $20 flip or something. Each
I
hour.
like that idea.
It'd be pretty fun.
$20 is.
Brad, are you
is
coming
like a
back
good
in?
Number.
How long are we playing for? I was gonna go grab a quick drink.
Grab an
You
open
got
dime.
time.
Grab a bevy.
I'll be
We'll
back
wait for you.
then.
Grab a bevy, get a
We'll
ledger,
wait
and
for you
hop
as
back
long
in.
as you want,
I
Brad.
was gonna get
Yeah,
a coffee.
Yeah, cheers.
3
I'll stay here
minutes.
till 3 a.m.
We're friends, Brad.
I'm gonna get a coffee
We
as
won't go.
well. Just bring the ledger.
Wow, okay, you
Brad.
guys are fucking around, huh?
Luke, I think what we should do
Dude,
is
you're brutal.
have everyone call family pot and then play the flop.
Ooh, that could be fun. That could be really fun too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Once every hour, right? That'll be
Top,
fun.
yeah,
Wait,
top,
did I-
yeah.
Did I just
I
win
like
a hand
that.
with a min?
Can we just do it at 20? We'll do it at
At
the
least-
straddle.
So it's not total luck, right? It's just like you're forced to play everyone.
That could be really, really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We should.
20 all
institute
around.
some
Yeah,
rules.
Chris,
Those
I'll
are fun.
I'll draft a couple of those up. You know, one flip, one of those. Everyone plays the hand. That'd be really fun. A couple of those each night.
I think that's a very good idea. Spot of Boom's gonna accidentally raise though.
Yeah, there's gonna be a betrayal here.
That's what we have to figure
Well,
out. What
yeah.
happens on betrayal.
I'll get
The
some
great.
graphics.
I'm
going.
telling you,
the one that
take
Judas is
it to Twitter. You take it to Twitter. That's what happens.
I feel like Charlie would be the
Jamie does.
Judas in this situation.
Thanks, Nick.
Charlie, that's a great background.
That's the kind of shit that we come to expect.
If you just raise your hand up a little bit. Yeah.
Can't see it.
Pete, you're up.
Oh shit! I thought I folded.
What's your coach saying over there?
Yeah, what's he saying?
He said fold. He said.
Jeez. Big guy.
Oh, I know when you talk what that means.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's it mean?
You're ready to
Oh,
play.
means we're gonna shove her in.
Wow.
Finally, big hand.
All in.
Just a call too, not.
Oh,
Oh,
You knew it was coming.
Wow.
You
man,
knew
this
it
is a
was
big
coming.
hand.
I hated that.
Mm,
That's tough.
got it.
That's a quick instant call.
7.
Wow.
I was happy against Luke, not
God,
against
that
Chris.
pot bet on the flop, Chris. You don't have a
Chris,
king and do
Did you
that.
have anything there?
That's great. Great
Had him
bet.
beat until he turned the.
I had jacks.
Great. God, man, nice bet, Chris.
Are you guys still running the live stream?
Yeah, that's your
going.
running.
Did the Bitcoin maximalists solve all of their technical issues?
I think so.
What are you talking about?
They were having some banter on the live stream.
Oh.
Nick, you're our conduit to the
Yeah.
the
the
chat
conduit.
going on over there.
That's true.
Come back with your pocket aces.
Quad aces.
I'm not winning this hand.
Out of 10.
You're good.
Can't believe I got quads there.
Chris, that pop bet on the flop, man, with nothing. 9-7. What? It says King 8. You had a gut shot.
Well, my bet-
Yeah,
Well,
the gutter.
I had a gut, and you guys all checked to me, right? So I figured maybe get at least one of you off the hand and see what comes. Plus, I have you guys. Well, not really Chris, but I had you.
I should have bet on the flop.
Yeah, if you would have bet on that flop,
You know,
I
when
wouldn't
you
have called.
when you check call, that was, you know, that I didn't expect it. I'll just put it that way. But was the right play to make the shove there, or was it just because I had the nuts, right? Or was it to just call and let it ride?
Do you want me to ask my coach?
Yeah, ask him.
Dude.
Bobby, I love you got into the teleporter.
Yeah, I teleported in there.
Chris, I would say shove.
Shove, yeah.
Because there's cards that could come out that would kill the hand that Chris wouldn't want to now put the rest of his chips in, but he kind of has to if you reshove. It's not like he's going to leave the last 1,000 behind into a pot of what, 3,000.
I just figured like he calls that 5, right? Like.
Yeah, I think there's hands that could kill it. Like if he had a king, queen, ace comes out, he's going to be scared.
I didn't want to play against you at all. I thought you might have been bluffing the flop, and once you put in your 500 or 1,000, I was probably done with it. I was happy against Luke, or comfortable at least.
I thought I was ahead in the flop, man. Turn the straight.
I can't believe it. I have such
Sorry,
bad
Charlie.
luck. It's ridiculous.
You've had a really, really shitty evening of those calls where you've had like 2 pair or
Straight over straight. There's been quite a few straight over straights.
strange. I didn't think you had much there, Charlie. If I'd have known you'd had that, I'd have put you all in.
Good thing.
So let's do 11. So it's 11:15. So in 15 minutes, we'll do a everyone calls the flop. So the pre-flop. So
Calls
it's
the
family
blinds?
pot. And then just the blinds, and then we'll start from there. 15 minutes.
No straddle though, so make sure you take off your straddle.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good to know. All right, Charlie.
It could be fun. I could get some graphics made from we run that hand.
Ooh.
I was on the phone. You made me like get off my phone call to call you there.
Why'd you call me?
You guys colluding?
Oh.
Ooh, I folded.
If they're colluding, this is a weird way to collude.
Huge collusion, Ham.
What are these angle shots right here? The brothers Lee or
We're in the same
Oh,
plaza.
yeah. Listen, I'll be
Hey, Charlie.
honest. Getting into it with 2 brothers, that's a tough one, man. I don't know.
This is a fucking angle shot. This is the
Yeah.
definition.
Nick, you got to
of
call this.
We're literally
Knock them
Charlie, you wanna
both
pass the cards
out.
over?
Knock them both out here.
Yeah, knock them both out. That'd
Come
be
on,
massive.
Nick.
This is
Give this
what
a call.
Blockfolio wanted. We're doing it.
Let's
Wow.
go. Let's go.
Whoa!
Oh, got it!
Oh!
Oh!
Wow.
Oh wait, he got it. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, darn.
Charlie, that is some of the worst luck I've seen of
Oh,
all
my
time,
goodness.
dude.
My
Wow.
goodness.
Pocket eights are doing well on this game.
I was so
Wow.
fucking
Oh,
behind.
Eights
So
are killing
both
it.
of
was so
them.
That
behind.
was bad karma. Who asked him to knock
Nick,
us both out?
I'll take
That's bad
10% for
karma.
telling you to call that.
I was literally on a
Wow.
call negotiating with my girlfriend if I was gonna drive an hour to her house. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, Charlie's shoving. Like,
You're getting paid to not drive. Tell her you got to stay.
Charlie, I did worse than you there.
Blockfolio is
so-
fist pumping
Yes.
right now.
behind.
Yes.
I lost out more than you did. I should have gone the side.
But
pot.
you had the best hand going in. It's just
I was such a dog. Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at Nick.
Bobby should have picked up the side pot.
Nick's face is like he's
Well,
got that
it was
face
just
after
like-
you've just got Nick. Your face is like after you just got laid for the first time.
I'll take.
Look at it.
I deserve that. I deserve that. But it was just something about the two brothers Lee, like.
Oh
both
my
of them,
goodness.
and
That was bold with 2 8. That was out of character for you, Nick.
Oh, that was out of character for sure.
Yeah, well
It was
out of
only
character.
about 600 to call in.
that's a lot for 8. I mean, he's
was-
definitely.
I was
beat by
hoping
one of us,
Bobby
so.
wouldn't.
Brad,
I
you
was-
can pump up a
Dude, I
rebuy
had
for
you
another
covered, I had you
500 if you
covered.
want.
I was happy to.
I didn't know
call
I had you
Charlie
covered,
for a
but
flip.
I was happy to see your 8s. I just didn't see the 8 on the flop. I was like
Yeah.
celebrating, not knowing that I already lost.
I need some better luck here.
I was very happy to go to a flip with Charlie.
Brad, by the way, you can bump that up to 1,000. You don't have to be a 500.
I bet you guys would love that.
No,
Okay, so Chris, hey guys, I'm gonna log out. Okay.
All right, buddy.
You ready?
Yeah,
Too
Bobby.
much cheat today.
Later, Bobby.
Okay.
Next
Too
week.
much,
See ya.
too much poker heads up.
See you,
All
Bobby.
right, bye
Yeah, that Bobby. Thanks for your money.
Yeah.
bye.
See ya,
You're welcome,
Bobby.
Peter. Peter, hold it for me, okay? Next week.
Hey, I'm gonna put it on a what's that?
Yeah, just put it on a ballet card and then you can send it to
Yeah,
me.
ballet card. All right. Well, you've already got the key for that, so.
That hand, if I didn't go all in pre-fly, I would have lost all my money anyway. So
Bada Boom's got lots of money.
Who's in this hand? Nick? Chris?
I'm not paying attention, so you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Sure.
Is that the sound of your girlfriend's text rolling in?
That's not me.
Look at those tens.
I'm kicked.
Had a feeling.
Wow, that was close. I feel like I'd be a professional poker commentator.
You could, but you have to know what the hands
Yeah.
are first.
Gotta know
Yeah,
what-
you're right. I couldn't. You're right.
I would fucking love watching Brad commentate the World Series of Poker.
So Spada Boom is thinking about it.
Brad, yeah.
It goes to McCormick, and he must have some cards in his hand.
Oh my
Three
God.
three of them went on the table, and it looks good. Two dice ones, black dices. Two red colored ones.
what's
Setting up. I mean spades.
I
Spades.
literally have nothing.
What?
Setting up for a run.
Had
It's
the
setting up
worst
for a
possible
run.
hand.
Peter's faking it.
Oh, nice.
It's setting up for a run, and so somebody won. How'd I do?
That's me.
Pretty good, man.
You can change it to a 4-color deck in case you're getting too drunk.
I
Then you
fucking
don't,
hate
you don't confuse the black ones and the red ones for each other.
Am I the only one who can't play a 4-color deck?
Why
Fucks
did I
me
say?
up.
What did I say? Spices? What did I call those things?
You said
Dice.
dices.
You
Dice.
said
That's
dices.
not natural. That's why.
4-color deck's where it's at, though.
Weirds me out.
Are you using a 4-color deck? Is that why
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
why you're doing well?
I'm not doing well. I'm even.
Yeah, you were doing good for a bit.
And then Spada Boom took me
Man-
down.
It's mandatory that you donate the first time.
I was going to say, Chris, if there's an index of people in their first game, even has got to be one of the top performances.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
There's a lot. I would argue most people lose. I don't know what that says about anything, but there's just.
I think that's just poker. That's poker trading.
I was really good on my first game. I was surprised I was invited back.
Any
Peter
0-sum
was
game.
not happy with me.
You were scary.
Yeah, Chris,
You
there
were
was a
just playing
couple
I was like, I
massive
can't fucking
pots.
call you. Because you would play a really solid hand and then one of those tempting hands like a 10-jack diamond, exactly the same. And I could not put you on shit. The only time I broke my spell
What'd
with
you
you was
have,
that time
Chris?
I got fucking lucky. I lucked out with that.
Ace
Remember that
nine.
trip sevens?
I
Yeah.
I
drew
think I tripped
eights.
sevens and you hit like 2
Ace
pair.
nine, yeah. I had a pair of
I
nines.
broke
I had
my
two
like.
eights.
I broke your spell.
Had you beat?
Glad I folded then.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 11:30 yet. Everyone's calling here.
Is this a family pot? I'll go in. Family pot. Okay.
I'm in.
Family pot, Luke.
Family
always
pot,
raises
boys. Let's go. Family pot.
Oh, what a
Call it up.
shoot.
Family
Luke
pot.
always raises up a family pot.
What's a family pod? Does everybody just goes in nicely?
It means you have to
Yeah,
call
you
this,
just
Brad.
call.
There's no choice. You have to call
Oh,
this.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to call.
Okay.
Everyone call.
No, no, it doesn't.
All in family pot.
One family pot per game?
All in family pot. All in.
Every 20 minutes, Brad.
Everyone-
Hold on, Spada, did I miss a hand when I was topping up my drink? When did you double up? What did you have? What happened? What did I miss?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried.
No, I don't know. I don't even know what happened. It was a couple hands. I beat Luke a few times, just raising on
everyone
the
beats Luke.
river.
Everyone
That's
beats
just
Luke
the
a few
that's the
times. Come
theme
on.
of this episode
Well, no,
right here.
the real hand was
down as well?
great.
Is that we're checking it down and then Peter's gonna throw in some big number that tops with a 1 to try to scare us off, or are we just checking it down?
We're not checking it down.
No, this
Okay.
is just a game here.
Oh, I see.
Live action.
Okay, good.
Whoa.
I ain't got shit.
Oh, in that case, 160.
Man, I have a good hand, but it sucks for what's on the table.
But do you actually know if you have a good hand?
Well, I think it would be a dandy hand if there was only a couple of us.
If like 3 more cards come out.
Oh, it was 2 jacks.
You folded 2 jacks.
Folding
Yeah,
shit.
that
What
was your
are you doing?
Oh, what? I can't?
I mean, there's an ethics to this, but you're forgiven.
I shouldn't have
Normally
folded
you
that.
shouldn't talk about your hand, but
Oh, but Bobby asked me what my hand was earlier when I showed it
Two
to the
jacks,
camera.
Brad is also really good on
yeah.
6-5-5.
Yeah,
Well-
you probably had the winning hand before the
Jesus.
jack came on.
Would have had a
What's up,
full
buddy?
house.
I am playing
Yeah.
poker. I'm basically just donating my money.
Brad, you had an overpair, so it's actually a
It's
really
a
good
charity. Yeah, hop in
Wait,
if you
wait,
want.
are those the models? Could you bring them in the frame?
I thought someone
This
had,
isn't a
like,
model. This is my roommate Trav.
I
not
thought
an
someone had
not an
pocket-
Instagram model.
What's up, Trav?
Hey, Travis.
Travis, they said what up. Shit. Hold on. I lost track of the hand. My camera goes off.
He lost his camera again.
This is fucked.
I
You
folded.
didn't bet the turn, did you?
I did bet
No,
the turd.
it's up to you. No action. Now you
Really?
shoved.
Really?
I would turn my camera on. I really can't. The battery's dead. I'll turn it back on if you want. Before you make your decision. I'll give you a second.
Fold.
He'll turn it on with 1 second left.
I don't like you on tilt.
Hold on. Replacing battery.
The
Ugh.
battery lasts that short.
Oh,
of a-
that's
So you
right.
give Luke too much credit. You give Luke too much credit sometimes.
Yeah,
Show
sure.
your hand,
Yeah.
Luke.
Oh,
Nothing.
you beat me.
You would have,
You
Brad,
actually
you would have made a lot of money.
Oh, I would have won that. See, I
Yeah.
would have folded then if I had a new. No, I wouldn't have. Yes, I would have.
Hey, Brad, did you win a hand after you went up to 500? Did you bump up to 1,000?
I won up to 1,000.
You bumped up to 1,000.
I should buy
Okay.
that
Yeah.
dummy battery.
Yeah.
Just put that in. Yes. Oh, so rebuy it. Okay, gotcha. You put that there already, right?
Lighter fell down here.
Brad, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fold.
Luke, there's a good raise there. I had a 6.
At what point? The pre-flop?
Yeah. Spice it up a bit. I would have been in there.
I think it's the first flush that's actually turned for me tonight.
So a full house beats a flush.
Yep.
Only sometimes. If it's clubs, the flush still wins.
That's
What about it? What about if it's dice? Got a flush of dices.
It's Ed here. Ed, where's Ed?
Ed's in. He's coming in 2
Ed's
steps.
in. Woohoo!
So the chances
Well-
of someone having like 2 queens or 2 aces wasn't very high.
No, not high at
No,
all.
very low,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
low.
you-
Like
Yeah.
all you're worried about is someone having a 5 there.
Yeah, trips 5.
You actually had jacks, Brad, or you just fucking with us?
I did have jacks. Yeah, 2 jacks.
That's
Unbelievable.
yeah, you were good there.
Yeah, you're great there.
You were very good.
Look at you guys mixing it up over there.
Ooh, look at this.
How's
hand
my
going.
kicker? How's my kicker? We both had flush draws there, Nick.
Oh.
God.
Let you get there.
What do you have there, Chris? Total air?
No, I had a pair of 6s. Felt like you guys were chasing, but I knew the ace.
We were chasing flushes, but the ace
Yeah.
came.
Check to me. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna put that in here at least.
Are you trying to get revenge, Charlie? Is that what this is about?
So, Brad, just to clarify, so you put in the chat.
Revenge.
Actually, it's only giving me 5, so rebuy 500, and then you said rebuy 500 to get to 1,000. Is that the same comment?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I rebought twice now.
Chris, should we do next hand family pot or the one after that?
Let's see if this one gets action, and then if not, we'll do it. I gotta take straddle off. All right, it's done.
Yep.
It's on you, Pete. We'll do the next pot. The next hand is gonna be the family pot hand. So we'll all call 10, and then the game starts from there.
So take off straddle.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, what's up with that raise? It's weird. It's weird size.
Well, it makes my stack size even. Now I have 1190.
His favorite number.
Ooh, that's a sneaky one.
All right, I'm out of here. You guys can mix it up.
Maybe all I need to do is just play poker
the
with you
rules.
guys. Oh,
That's a
7-2.
tweet game.
He got it.
You did get it.
Chris, you're
Yeah.
a fucker, you know that?
Nice.
Is this the family pot or the next one?
This one.
This one's the family pot.
Brad, there's a really good book. I can send
Everyone
a link to
call.
you.
Did you tell Ed?
Ed's here, yeah.
Did you tell him it's a
Does he
family
know?
pot?
Oh, Ed, it's the family pot.
Oh, I have to call
next-
this?
No.
What's
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
we could do 20. Why not? Let's just do 20 family.
I don't really want to
You've
do
seen your
20.
hand now. Now you've seen
Yeah.
your
We have
hand.
people that say they don't want to do 20. I don't know. Should I do 20?
You can do next time then. Whatever
Let's
you guys,
do
what do you guys
10
want to do?
next hand. Let's do
Next
10
hand,
next
I would have done 10.
Yeah, the problem is people already called 10, so
Next hand.
All right, next hand.
I wanted to maximize you guys' Ed farming.
This was actually a
Ed
planned
farming.
family pod, Ed, where we said we're gonna do family at 11:30, and then start playing after. It was like a new thing that we were doing. Thanks a lot.
We're gonna do it 11:34.
Are we checking this out?
Oh,
no.
No.
No, I just do that to see what you're gonna do next.
All right. I'm gonna put a big bet here.
Your queens are good, Ed. Pocket queens are good.
Big bet.
12. I could have went in on that.
get your cards back.
Don't do it, Peter.
Sorry. Ed, where's your cam? Are you gonna go to the camera?
Wait, it's not on? Sorry, guys.
No.
There you go.
There you go.
There it is. Now I can read you.
That's
No,
because
it's
I've
not good what I'm gonna do.
I had a couple drinks today.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
We all have.
Who's
That-
Polymath?
That's
Oh.
Chris.
That's me.
All right.
Ed, you wearing a Blockfolio shirt? You representing or what?
No, actually, I'm wearing a Blockstack 2017 shirt.
Block stack.
Yep.
Throwback.
How's Blockstack doing in their IC after their whatever you want to call it?
I think they've been doing okay. I haven't really kept up to them too much, but I got some of their T-shirts. All right. Wait, who's Polymath?
Chris Hauser.
The fuck? You just came to the game.
All right.
You just came in blazing.
That's right.
I think we, it's fair that you disclaim that Ed was a previous pro poker player. So there's a disclaimer.
You wouldn't know based on how much I give up here every week.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. He's probably lost the most out of anyone that's played ever at Crypto After Dark. But I just wanted to at least give the disclaimer.
All right.
Wow, Blockfolio just appeared out of the blue here, huh?
I don't know what you're doing. All right.
He's so bamboozled here.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So
my
Ed,
God,
that's been a theme of the night. There's been like 10 chop pots of straights like that.
Wow.
Disappointing for both
family
of us.
family pot.
This is the
Hey, what are you
family
guys
pot?
doing?
Family
Fuck,
pot.
I folded.
Oh.
I folded.
That's disappointing.
Wait,
for you.
whoa.
For me, a chunk pot
We
is
had
an
an agreement.
This
exciting
is this the family pot or no?
We
No,
didn't
they're
touch-
out.
2 people folded.
Well, that's
Okay,
not
for
family
the
pot
next
anymore.
hand, everyone's gonna call 10, and then we're
Okay.
gonna start playing.
I wanted
after.
this one to be the family pot.
We have
man.
to
I wanted this
remind
one as
like
well.
near
a
the
great
river
hand.
there.
Big
I have
straddle
the
lock.
best hand.
My hand's better.
Well, we'll see when the flop comes whose hand is actually better.
Who flopped
I
what?
think we both know. I'll check it down.
Races are no good here.
Let you make your mistake.
Yeah, family pot here. Check it down.
This one isn't the family pot. Next hand is the family pot.
Family pot, check it down.
That's
Next
not
hand?
what we're doing. We just happen to be checking it
I'm
down.
just leading by
Family
example.
pot.
Lead-
Check it down.
It's just a coincidence that we're checking it down.
I gotta fold the 2 jacks again.
Family calls.
I'll give you a call.
Oh my God! What the hell? Poker's dumb.
That's so good.
Scary.
I had the
Scary
2
flop.
5s.
You made a good fold, Brad. Just
Okay,
I would've
this is
taken
pot.
that.
This is
Oh,
it.
everyone just call.
Everyone has to call.
All
Oh, yeah.
10.
This
This
is
is
a
the one.
family pot.
Just
Family
call.
pot.
Family pot.
Family pot.
Just
Family
call.
And then
you,
play the flop.
you can play the flop.
Wait,
play
we're
the flop.
playing the flop?
Yeah, playing the flop.
Okay.
The flop.
That defeats the whole purpose.
No, it's not a
of the
flip.
family.
It's just a family pot.
It's not a
So
flip.
tempted to raise it to 20 to be a dick.
Basically putting more money in the middle.
This is
You
like
get
a
more
normal
action.
hand, then. This is
Yeah,
like
you
different
get
from the
some
normal
action.
hands.
going. You get
You get more action.
Now it's like a $90.
$90?
Could be the first
$90?
hand every night like this. Be a nice little bonus.
Yeah, the first hand should be like this every night, actually.
All right, I'm making notes here.
Problem with first hand is it's hard to coordinate it right.
Yeah. Once we're all in. That'll really throw people off too. They'll be like, "What the fuck's going on?" right out of the gate. You have to do this. You have to call just 10, just 10. Like, oh,
I think they got into a scheme.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. just-
You just tell the new people first hand you have to go all in. It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
hand you have.
No matter what.
The software is legit. We promise.
You have to sacrifice.
That was a hell of a check.
Oh.
I dumped an 8 on the flop, or a 9, sir.
I jumped
Kings,
a 9 too. And I was last to act.
I had a 7-2 there. I almost went in to try to like win the 7-2, but I was contemplating like, do I go all in on this and scare everybody away? And then I thought, I'm not gonna lose everything again.
On a 7-2.
On a 7-2, just to say, oh, I did it.
Brad,
Yo,
Brad, I got a book for you.
Midnight.
all right.
I can send you a link. It's on Amazon. It's
Do you
called How to
think
Play
you
Poker.
can actually learn how to play poker though, like good after?
Ask Peter. He's invested 10 weeks worth of poker coach. So
I mean, I think you can learn to play better.
There's
and
actually
that
a
just comes
story
with
of
time.
there's a story of a girl who's been learning from one of the poker pros lately. I'll find it for you, Brad.
I'm not a professional poker player, but what I do know about playing other people who are not professional poker players is it's actually not about the best person at the table. It's about the worst person at the table. They're the wild card that makes the game.
Peter, what the hell, man? Every time I sit down, you have like 4,000 in chips.
You guys told me
told
that.
you why, Ed.
Play to
Poker
win.
pro.
Play to
Every
win.
single time. I swear, it's just like.
Yeah, I'm glad I went into that one. I had 2 8s, and you guys said 2 8s were lucky, so I almost went in on it.
2 8s are lucky.
There's an article for you, Brad.
Is
Guys,
it
I gotta run
Maria?
at midnight, by
Chris?
the way.
Is that the
Become a
book?
poker champion in less than a year.
Maybe that'll distract me from watching shitcoins.
I think the expected
You'll
value
probably-
of buying
You'll probably
shitcoins-
lose less money on shitcoins. Though.
I
was gonna
think
say.
I would lose less money doing this.
No, expected value of your shitcoin is going to be way, way higher than trying to grind against online pros.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a more competitive market. Shitcoins are relatively uncompetitive for now.
Girlfriend's calling, Nick. You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta drive an hour to her place, so I gotta run.
Well, it was good playing with you.
I'm here for another 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Still lots of time to take his money.
How much you got left there?
Ed me beat.
Oh, some good money.
Ed me
Nick
beat. Ed.
isn't losing that.
I got kings.
That's why I have the biggest loss
Crazy
rate in
could
this game.
happen.
Pardon?
I said that's why I have the biggest loss rate in this game.
Just shove. Constantly betting. That's why.
This is almost a family pot.
Family pot. Family pot.
Oh, you guys should have told me.
All right.
100.
Peter, what was your best day in terms of the stack you ended with?
Almost a Bitcoin, right?
No, there was one I got up to like 8,800 or something, but I still finished that on like 5.6 or something. I got well loose towards the end with that one. Jesus,
Hey guys, I have
don't even
to
fucking hands
take
in
off.
there.
Good game.
What?
Bye, Charlie.
Yeah,
When-
see you guys
Charlie.
Raising 100 on 7.
Yeah.
Later, Charlie.
later.
You have too many chips.
I'm just gonna mix it up, Crystal.
No, come on.
You don't want anyone to know what you're on.
All right, it's past my bedtime also.
You can't say that. It's like 4:40 a.m. here.
I don't know what your time is. It doesn't. It's relative to gin.
Very true. I've got 1 glass left.
So you're bouncing?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
You don't want to. Why don't
unless
you play
you
to
another family pot, but
Why don't you play to the hour like Nick?
I don't know. My hour was up 42 minutes ago, actually.
No, the clocks have changed. You got 20.
Yeah, it is.
20 more minutes.
It's Crypt After Dark savings time.
Yeah, you got.
Real thing. Chris, what are you drinking on over there?
This?
Mm-hmm.
This is some Mount Gay rum.
Nice.
I had some whiskey earlier.
Yeah, I did a glass of bourbon and then a couple of beers.
I was gonna sit down, but then I'm like, I can't sit down before Chris.
What do you mean?
Me
Get
and
out of
Chris,
here, Peter.
me and Chris have been standing up the whole time.
He's talking about me, I think. But yeah, I have been standing. So Brad, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago in our game, we started same time, 8 o'clock, and I think we finished at like 4 a.m. And I did the standing desk that night, and it was like, oh my god, that was so sore the next day, dude. Like I was rough. And I lost big.
I'm starting to feel it now. What are we? Almost 4 hours in?
Yeah.
I'm feeling it in my knees. What happened to the family pot?
Come on, it's me and you.
I feel like you guys have some good battles here.
Nice hands.
I like some good cards.
Oh, see, that was a straddle hand.
That was supposed to be my last hand. Oh yeah, where's your crowd?
I turned it off for the family pot and I didn't turn it back on, so it's back on now.
Is this the family pot?
No.
Yeah, it's going.
But you can put your money in, Brad.
You can join if you like, Brad. 5,400, eh? Mr. McCormack. Ed, what's been going on? How was your week?
Oh, we'll find out at the end of like next hour or so.
Next hour?
Yeah, I've been busy, man. Just like I don't know, usual blockfolio stuff.
I bet things are hot right now.
Oh man.
God.
Are you seeing a lot more activity now?
You know what? To be honest, I haven't looked in like a couple weeks, but I wouldn't be surprised if we are. Like when the altcoins start mooning, like everybody just starts refreshing blockfolio.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are downloading again too that haven't. I saw at least 2 people on my timeline talk about it. Crypto Bobby is talking about it, re-downloading blockfolio now that alts are moving.
Yeah, a lot of people deleted it on purpose during the capitulation 2018, like near the end of 2018. They just like didn't want to look at the prices anymore. It's too painful.
I know that feeling.
Crypto is a sea full of pain.
Oh, Spada, you just fuck. Oh.
I had a plan to win this hand.
Spot, are you bluffing me?
Bluffing you? I guess I'm bluffing you, Luke, and Peter.
Oh man, like I'm in the wrong place. If I didn't have 2 people behind me, Oh, motherfucker.
Check raise.
Save tiny stacks. Oh, all right, you're right.
All right, Mr. Tiny Stack shoving it in there. It's not so tiny when it's 1,000 in the middle.
Oh, I know you like to go on draws. I know you like to go on draws.
All right.
That's a
Let
big
me
check
have a-
raise.
Let me have a set.
No, he raised. He didn't check raise.
No,
He raised.
Spada's fault.
No, Spotty, you check raised. Didn't
Oh,
you?
you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Oh,
Check raising 280 and folding. What the hell is that?
Wow.
Yeah, fuck, man. You
What
put
the
me out
fuck
playing
did you
that hand.
have?
I wanted to be in that
That
hand.
is absurd, dude.
I had such a nice hand there.
It was called too. He knew it.
What do you guys think I had? If you tell me what I had, I'll tell you for sure.
You had fuck all.
10
7-2.
jacks, queens, kings. I don't know.
7-2.
Anything else is insane.
What do you think, Ed?
8,
Fuck
9.
all.
6, 7.
Wait, you had bottom 2?
I had
No,
bottom
middle
five.
two. No, middle two. It was
Middle
5,
two,
6,
big draw.
5, 6,
I
8.
I was just playing position.
Oh yeah. Okay, got it. Right.
I had a very similar hand spread up.
I had 9-10.
I had 6, 9.
Damn, we were all in there.
Pete, you love snap calling me, man, eh? What do you think?
Certain hands, dude.
That's cool.
I'm calling whatever. So.
Are you?
You guys just
Are you
smack
calling whatever?
I'll call whatever or check it out. Whatever you want to do. You can check it out or you can bet me.
Ooh, that's a weird option to give.
Hold the 2 8s.
Wow. Oh, I'm glad I folded.
Been lucky for
I
me.
gave you that. Like if you'd have bet, I'd have called you. The only way you get me off that hand is if you go all in. I've got to think about it. But I'm not putting you on a 4. What I'm then going is like, do I want to wipe away an evening of winnings? Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
It's like,
You saved me a few $100 there. I just felt like I couldn't not raise because I've done that so many times and I would have.
But it's a weird one. If I'm calling you, you've got to put me on the 4 or the.
No, but the 9 had me beat, right? So like if there was a flush draw on the board or like a straight.
But there wasn't. So you've got to put me on the 4 or the 9. There's no draw or like an or like a lower pair. that
Wow,
yours.
good
Nice
hand.
drawing hand.
Nice bet too.
See what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like
11 more minutes. I'll stay until Nick leaves to his girlfriend.
See that turn, if that came up paint, I thought I'd be able to represent something bigger. Like you put me on like a ace jack or something like that.
I just thought you were stealing it.
Yeah, I wasn't, but eights are pretty good there with 2 4s and a 9 on the flop.
I don't think so. Oh yeah, on the flop, but when people are calling you, I don't think they're.
Yeah, well, you raise. A lot of people call with like 2 overcards there. Wasn't a big call. Wasn't a big raise.
Ooh.
Wow.
Always has the hands, huh?
Just take my $30 every hand, honestly.
Been a good, almost 3-month run. That's for sure.
So when you're talking
A
about
little-
your
little
poker
buddy
games,
sat here.
is this the game you're talking about on your podcast, Peter?
No, that's a sponsor I'm talking about.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I might have mentioned it once.
Do you play on that side too?
I did, but they've cut off their poker for now, which is a shame.
Which site?
Sportsbet.io. They're the ones who sponsor the Premier League football team. They could put the Bitcoin logo on the shirt.
Watford?
Mm-hmm.
They just picked the
That
wrong
one.
team.
Look like they might just avoid relegation, which is a good thing.
I'm surprised they got rid of poker, Pete.
Well, it's an outsourced service, and I don't think they were getting the players. So I think they're
No,
just
no,
gonna
totally. I know Tim, their CEO, actually.
Yeah, he's cool guy.
Cool dude. Yeah, he's gonna come play with us. He's been meaning to play,
Good.
but he's on your time zone, right?
Yeah.
What did people use it for if not poker?
Well, it's actually
Sportsbook.
it's called. Yeah, they have a sports book, but they also own like slots.io and bigcasino.io.
Is it all Bitcoin denominated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can do dollar.
the A-side plus.
as well.
$2. They have they have a
Nice.
credit card. And
I actually would
Damn.
if I didn't think you had.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, I should have re-raised. It's just I got burned on that last time with the full house crushing my flush.
I mean, you re-raise that fold, but yeah, nice hand.
I like to see the cards too.
I thought you were just getting ready to leave and putting money in lightly.
I was getting ready to leave, and then all of a sudden my pocket cards were good.
So for everyone here, by the way, in almost 3 weeks, I guess, almost 3 weeks, we're doing another charity poker tournament. So we're going to be working closely with the Integral Foundation, and we're going to be driving all donations to Feed Puerto Rico initiative. So love everybody to join. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure I think everyone played in the charity tournaments that's sitting here. So it'll be good.
What's the prize?
I want to see you guys at the final table. I'm gonna be there.
The prize is 2 Bitcoin. That's the prize pool.
There's no watch this time.
We might get the watch this
It's
time.
all about the watch. It's all about the watch.
Throw in a watch and I'll do it.
That watch is okay. Beat it, Nick. How about that? Okay.
It's not about the money. I just need a new watch.
Yeah, I'm sure. $6,000 watch, sure.
You get an emoji award tweeted to you.
Mm-hmm.
What's the buy-in?
$100. So we're doing $100 buy-in. 100% of that $100 goes to charity. This Feed Puerto Rico initiative in particular, and yeah, and then there's the prize pool for Bitcoin, and we're gonna have a bunch of other prizes, I'm sure, as the weeks go on. But we should have, like we usually do, between 250 and 350 people play. And I'm thinking we're gonna play here, unless we get a platform partner that wants to donate a bunch to the charity initiative. But I like Faded Spade. I think it's easy. There's no VPN issues. Anybody can join.
This would be awesome. This would be a great platform for it.
The other platform we used for the last charity tournament was such a bitch.
Yeah, what was that? That place sucked.
Well, that was Big Casino, the company that we were just talking about that turned their poker off. But
that site was terrible.
I'd use a VPN.
I'd use a VPN.
A lot of people do.
It would like crash you out. Their hand history was better than this one, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's
fantastic about this, Chris, is like this is specifically designed for like private card clubs. So you and your buddies or whatever want to play, and you want to organize it. Like that's what it's made for. You do a private room with a password. You set whatever you want. They put the logo on the table for you, and that's it.
All right, Pedro, let's go.
Do you pay them for this?
No.
Like how do they make money?
They usually charge people, but not this.
Well, I would have, but I'm not calling.
They don't charge you.
No.
What do you got, Chris? 2 jacks?
We'll see, buddy. I'll show you my cards.
I don't want to see him.
Okay. Even better.
Oh, shit.
Just 264.
Yeah, that's a call. Let's suck into this then.
Yeah,
Fuck this, man.
Oh my goodness, you guys all got good words.
Do you know what I had, Ed?
Good
I
call.
took a screenshot
Jack nine?
just in case. Because I was going to call you. No, I had 9-10.
Yeah.
I was about to call you, and then Chris raised.
Thank you, Chris.
And I obviously would have slow played the flop. Here, hold on. Let me
Yeah.
send it.
You would have checked that flop, and then you would have just like butchered me.
Yeah, and then I would have butchered you. Yeah.
Family pot.
I had you crushed.
I
And then
just
I
sent it
would've
to
won-
Luke on
and then I
WhatsApp.
would
So
have
Luke,
whined, and I would have talked about how much Peter wins every day.
I just sent it to Luke. The screenshot. He can confirm it. I sent it to him on WhatsApp.
Yeah, 10 of clubs, 9 diamonds.
Luke has a hand because his camera's off.
Yeah.
I'm tired of
Well, that's
replacing
his
this
tell,
damn
is it?
thing. It's as the night
Classic.
goes on, the second battery doesn't get a full charge. Dummy
He doesn't
batteries
trust.
en route.
He doesn't trust not to do like yes.
The
So he turns his
situation
camera
with
off.
the camera makes no sense, dude.
What's that?
How did you end up in the situation where you're constantly changing batteries?
The Sony A7. It's a really, really nice camera. It just
Why don't you just use your
they're
webcam?
too
for that?
fucked to have DC. It won't let me switch right now because I'm streaming. The streaming software can't be up while you switch cameras.
Ah, okay.
I refuse to believe that like this problem is like intractable.
Okay, well, search Reddit Sony A7 threads. You'll see thousands of people losing their minds about how frustrating it is.
Sounds like you need a new camera then.
Yeah, I mean,
No, there's an adapter. It's already been Amazoned.
that sounds disqualifying.
Look, the adapter's
do
on
it,
its
Pete.
way.
Oh man.
All in.
Wow.
All 322.
Actually, no, I could just end the stream.
That pretty much gets me back to even, I think.
There's a lot that beats me here. I got top pair. I got such a shit kicker. You can have the 6. You can have a 3. You can have an 8. I don't think you bet.